add your jollof spice, any jollof spice of your choice. Add it to it. Correct your seasoning, and your palm jollof is ready.
And so you cook it just like normal jollof?
Normal jollof process. Simmers,
okay, all right.
Spice it up, same thing. So it's palm jollof is not really difficult. We want to give it a more vibe, so we want to stir fry our palm jollof. Yeah.
Okay, so for the stir fry, what vegetables would you advise?
Okay. So I'm using squash here. If you're not a fan of squash, you don't need to use it. Use vegetables you are comfortable with. I prefer my green peppers. I want some greens to make. I want to
a little
color code. I want to color code like Motiti today. So I want to color code this. So I'm just mixing my colors just to give my palm jollof another vibe. Because when you cook it, it gives you like yellow rice color.
Yeah, because what I'm seeing looks yellowish, as if it's curry rice.
Yeah. So you can open it. Yeah.
Oh, smells amazing.
Okay, I wish I cooked it here because the aroma alone.
I was expecting you to come and cook it in here.
Because of the time. The aroma alone. Guys, if you try it in the house, you won't regret it. You won't regret it. The aroma alone was killing us in the house. Like, you want to eat, you want to eat, you want to eat already.
This is not, let me not spoil it for you yet. It smells amazing. Okay, so
when you add more of your dry fish, it gives it a nice taste and aroma.
What sort of dry fish? Okay, which ones?
So
Emani.
Emani.
Because I see emani in here.
Yeah, opoku, salmon.
Okay. Constance, you're mentioning emani, opoku, salmon, looking for us to have a cocktail in our jollof. What are we talking about? Like when we're talking about prices? Now when we're going to the market, you have to be price savvy. So how much are we looking at? Assuming you already have your abenquine from like over the weekend.
Okay.
And you want to make palm jollof for 5 people.
Okay, for 5 people.
Yes.
Okay,
considering the ingredients we have here.
Okay.
How much are we looking at?
We should be looking at 100 to this.
Okay.
Or less, depending on what you want to put in it. Okay.
Right.
I like a lot of veggies, so I like to incorporate a lot of vegetables in my food. But if you want to go simple, your 100 to this. It will sort you out perfectly.
Right.
Yeah.
So talking about ingredients, people, so there's the onions, there's carrots, there's green pepper, she's chopped squash, there's sweet pea, sweet corn. There's sweet corn.
And they have mushrooms too.
Man, today's about to be, I must have a few things. You have mushrooms, there's butter. Is it salted or unsalted?
It's salted.
Okay. Why do you people who cook choose to say use salted or unsalted? Why are you using unsalted for this particular dish?
I'm using unsalted because I have salt in my rice already, and some of my sauces has salt in it. So when I add an extra salt, my food will be salty. Okay. That's why I chose that. Okay, so carrots are all cut down. I'm leaving spring onion. I'm almost done with it.
Love the colors.
And don't forget to add your chili sauce. The chili sauce is the issue. You want to add the chili sauce when you're doing your stir fry.
Chili sauce.
Prepare chili sauce on the side and add it. It will give you a different level.
Okay. What's the local name for chili sauce, eh?
Mokoyawa.
So there's a chili sauce. It's chito nakpo. If you want to spice it up, you say chili sauce.
Chili sauce. That's the Christian name for it.
Christian name for it.
Okay, so vegetables are ready.
Okay, our veggies are ready.
I am ready too for you. We chose to stir fry our palm jollof because normal cooked rice is tasty, but it's not as tasty when you stir fry it.
Okay, all right.
That's why we chose to stir fry it a bit, so you can enjoy it to the fullest.
So we're about to stir fry our ingredients into the already prepared palm jollof. Palm jollof is basically leftover palm soup. You're taking it, add a lot of dry fish to give it flavor.
Yeah.
And then put in rice.
Yes.
And then cook it as you would jollof.
Yes.
The normal jollof. This time it's with the palm leaves.
Easy breezy. Very simple. You can be creative in the house too. You can try something new with it. cook your base, and then add anything you want to add to it.
So for which event would you advise that somebody cooks palm jollof?
Okay, we're having maybe a buffet party, like my caterers. Our buffet parties, you can use this, birthday, family visit. You can just try all this. It will work out perfectly.
Imagine your family showing up for the weekend. You invite them over.
Palm jollof.
Ooh.
Okay, so you'll be here for me. You do all the stirring.
Okay.
Madam Stara, my assistant chef. Okay.
Yes, melting.
Okay, it's on. So allow our butter to melt a bit. Okay. Then we can start dropping the rest of the things we need for it.
Okay.
So already chopped mushrooms. There are some that are not chopped. This is canned mushroom. You can use fresh mushrooms.
Okay. So this is canned?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So,
So our butter is melting.
instead of butter, can you use vegetable oil,
Yes,
olive
vegetable
oil, coconut oil?
You can use any of it to your preference.
But why do you prefer this?
Butter has a nice flavor and it adds taste. It makes the food a little heavier too. So when you eat rice with butter, you usually get full compared to the other oil.
Rice with butter, people. Tip for this weekend. Okay, so yeah.
I'll drop some small onions to it.
Okay.
Let me help you with this. Need all the butter. Okay. So I'll drop the mushrooms first because I have to season it. So I'll drop that one first. Wash your hands.
Okay. And why are the mushrooms going in first?
Because it needs to be. So mostly the canned mushrooms are not seasoned. It's just the raw taste.
Okay.
So if you don't season your mushrooms and you use it like that, you will not enjoy the taste. Likewise, the squash. It needs to be halfly seasoned.
What's the local name for squash? Eh?
I have to go to Google and actually go for this.
Charlie, you have to look for it. Next time when you're coming here, Constance, you have to come with the local names of all your ingredients.
Google? What's the local name for squash?
What's in the squash? People, if you're watching us, what's the local name for squash? In fact, you say squash. Squash. Squash.
So I'm dropping my chicken spice.
Okay.
Prefer using chicken spice because it has a yellowish color. It enhances the color of my food.
Okay. So yellow spices to enhance the color as well as taste.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, white pepper.
White pepper.
Add some pepperish vibe to it.
At this point, Constance, if you like food spicy, can you chop pepper?
Yeah,
like your normal pakoshito or jema, can you chop it?
You can add it.
Alright.
You can add it. You know, pakoshito has a nice taste when you use it for stir fry.
Yeah. Pakoshito is expensive now, eh? You can't even get like a real pakoshito. You know, back in the day we had a small
ones. No, you can't even buy
no longer. Yeah. Now it's just a bigger sizes.
Bigger sizes, yeah.
Okay.
Right. This looks good. Okay, so I'm dropping my carrots. I'm dropping all my hard vegetables before I go to the soft ones. So the soft one is the onions, green pepper, spring onions.
There's a piece of carrot left in there.
Okay, no carrots will escape here. Okay, so I'll drop a little of my oyster sauce.
If you don't have oyster sauce, what will you use as an alternative? What would
You can add a little of soya sauce to it.
Soya
Soya sauce will be fine.
People, it smells as good. It looks colorful. That's how we like it.
Comes a lot in the making.
Okay.
You know one thing I like about green peppers? So once you drop it in the food, the aroma
It just
changes.
catches on.
They activate another level.
People, we are the aroma activation level. This is where you add the green peppers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the spring onions will be the last because it's light and it even loses its nutrients. We want to maintain all the nutrients in the food. So we wait till it's about 1 minute to be ready, and then we'll drop our spring onions and just then we take it out. We fish them out.
Okay. This is really therapeutic.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's a spring onion dropping. This is why you need to learn a new trade all the time. See? But you're always creating magic in the house.
Imagine. All your family members will be coming to your house every weekend to make this.
They're always happy to come to you.
Shout out to the Kote bloodline.
They know when they come to their house, the house is always smelling good. Anytime my brother comes to me, when he reaches there, I just like, I'm home.
I'm home indeed.
Like, I'm home.
Look at the amazing meals my sister makes.
So dropping the corns in it. If you're not a fan of corn, you don't need to add. You can choose to add peas if you like. Anything of your choice.
Are you Constance? You come on here every time, make nice meals. You are mentioning your brother. Don't you know that when you are smiling, you are enticing a lot of gentlemen. We have nice single viewers. Are you single or you are searching? Or you want to keep it a secret, eh?
I want to keep it a secret.
It's always good to keep a secret as a lady.
Yeah.
But if you want to follow her and see all the stuff she does, go on Cakes Boutique and Deco.
Yeah.
All social media platforms. She's doing amazing.
Okay, wow, this was good.
I learned how to make bread on your thing. You know,
Oh,
I
wow.
haven't put it in practice.
You need to practice it. So we'll do a collaboration. Okay, so now we'll dish them out. You can serve this on the side if you don't want to mix it with your palm jollof.
Okay.
But just leave it on the side. It's perfectly okay.
Okay.
So I'm dishing it out. We dish it out so it doesn't overcook.
Okay.
We want to maintain all our nutrients at all ways. As we say, we want to always introduce nutritious food in our local food. So always try not to lose your nutrients.
Oh.
The only way you can know your food, you're losing nutrients is when your vegetables are discoloring.
Okay.
If it's discoloring, it means you're losing your nutrients.
Okay. Thanks for that tip.
Okay, you have enough out here. Nice.
This looks colorful.
Very
nutritious. Yeah. So what, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's the nutritional value?
I'll give it 10.
10 over 10.
10 over 10.
It.
I'm not dropping any nutrients here. Okay, so more butter. Please let me out of there. Thank you.
Okay. More butter for thickening.
Yeah.
And great aroma.
Ladies and gentlemen, unveiling palm jollof.
Okay.
Okay, so we draw our palm jollof.
Should I stay it?
Yes, please. You can start stirring. So I have my beef. You know, we add beef to our jollof. Yeah, all the normal vibe in jollof is still happening here.
So if you just joined our kitchen, it's yellow not because it's curry, but this is palm jollof. So it's jollof using palm soup base.
So do you know some of the rules of preparing jollof?
Tell us.
Okay. So when anytime you're almost done with your jollof, you want to add water, and a voice keep telling you, add water. Please don't add water. Your ancestors are talking to you. Don't listen. But if you listen, hey,
it's your ancestors.
Hey,
you know when you touch it and you're like, oh, it's not soft enough.
Don't
Please.
add the water.
Your ancestors are
talking to you. Don't listen. When it comes to jollof, don't listen to your ancestors. So oyster sauce.
Okay. At this point, why are you adding it? What would it do to make it?
So also to sweeten the process. Okay. Oyster sauce is really like when you're trying to do your sauces or your stir fries.
Okay.
So anytime you're trying any sauce in the house, try oyster sauce.
Okay.
So nice.
Oyster sauce.
Oyster sauce.
Change your recipe.
Yeah. Add oyster sauce. You can find it everywhere. Okay. Chili sauce.
Okay. Meko ayanyam.
Ayayam.
Meko ayanyam. Chitonakpo. So this is chili sauce.
Koyawa.
Is it just the green pepper that you can use? Can you use the red ones?
You can use the red ones as well.
Okay.
White pepper, give it more pepperish taste.
More taste, activating the taste.
We like the taste.
Yeah.
We like the taste.
White pepper.
Okay.
Okay, so all the chili is mixed up in there.
And then, you like it? I can't wait to taste it.
And Chin Chin Band is doing it for us in the background. Their new song, that's what's playing. Kwanso. Do you know it?
No.
You should listen to them.
Listen to them. Because I'm enjoying
them.
them.
Kwanso. Me about them. My time, yeah, sure. So if someone is singing this song to you, you have to be making them some of this ham jollof, eh?
Yes. Okay, so it's nicely stirred. So we'll drop. We are dropping.
Moment of truth.
Yes, we are dropping. Okay.
Just there?
Yes, sir. Just enough to stir.
Okay.
So if you are a lover of eggs, you can drop some eggs in it. Sir.
How do you make the eggs?
You just scramble the eggs.
Okay. At the same point, this is where you scramble the eggs.
Before you add the rice.
Okay.
Just scramble some eggs in it. But we have other plants with eggs, so we chose not to add any egg here.
Okay. Ham jollof in the making. Your Thursday won't get any colorful than this. I promise you that.
How's it going?
It smells amazing. I can't wait to taste.
So we allow it to simmer a bit, stir fry a bit, and then we are done with our palm jollof. Very simple, easy. This is so easy.
You can make this dish in less than 15 minutes.
So all those kids that love cooking, you can try this in the house. Surprise mommy with this.
Mom. Okay, try it for mommy and daddy.
Surprise mommy with this.
Yes, on Saturday. Surprise mom and dad.
Busy washing or resting. Try this for her. She will love it. Okay, so time to serve.
Okay.
If you're going so local.
You're going local. Ham jollof. Yeah. So, if you want to know how to make more meals like this, go to Constance's page on all social media platforms.
Let's get some corn here. So palm jollof is ready. So we're going to add our sauce to it.
Okay,
so this is
my spoon down.
So we have our chili sauce.
Yeah, this is chili sauce Pro Max.
Chili sauce stir fried with eggs in it.
Whoa.
Okay. Chili sauce stir fried with eggs. So normal chili sauce, namunim, is the same thing. Break some eggs in it, stir fry it, and then you have chili sauce. So just like preparing egg stew with the house, you are not using the sauce, tomato sauce. So just the chili sauce, break eggs, add onions. Chili sauce is ready.
But you can have this alone as a meal.
Yes, you can.
This and rice.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
Yes, you can. Can even drop more vegetables if you like. So
my this is chili sauce, Ray. My director is asking me, what sauce is this? This is chili sauce, Ray. Chili sauce mixed with eggs as an accompaniment. Raymond, do you have Gary upstairs? My director says he has Gary and Kim.
You are Garying today.
Best days. This is the place to be. Meanwhile, Coffee Traffic is heading to his location, and it's a location near you or near us. Our palm jollof is ready, served in an Ayua, going local. Okay, and that's our chili sauce with eggs. Man, I love Thursdays. Man, I love Thursdays.
Okay, we're going to shift you somewhere here. Then we go straight to pawpaw squash.
Okay. Then we're about to go to our smoothie side. We're about to have pawpaw squash.
Okay, so with pawpaw squash, you have rye with pawpaw.
Okay.
Honey. Can you use the sweetener of your choice, but we prefer honey. Okay. So we have our milk here, soya milk, and then ice cream, vanilla ice cream.
Vanilla ice cream.
So we'll drop everything in it, easy breathing, quick.
Okay, drizzle.
Yes, please.
Okay. In there, making our pawpaw splash. In goes the honey. So honey, ice cream, soy milk. You can use any sweetener of your choice.
Drop.
Drizzle.
Drop. Okay.
Pawpaw splash in the making.
Okay.
Okay, Cousins, hold on, let's not serve just yet.
Okay.
We hear that Coffee Traffic is live and hot.
Okay.
People, we are heading over to Coffee Traffic. We promise you we'll come back into the studio. We have to see this to the end. So Coffee Traffic is right there in front of GBC at the zebra crossing. We're heading over there. We'll come back into the kitchen. So go to Coffee Traffic, eh?
Very dangerous thing. And you are not wearing a helmet. For another road safety segment this morning, we're trying to get people to cross the road. Please cross. Let's go. And it's we just don't have a culture of road safety that is really entrenched in Ghana today, because people don't even know that they're supposed to stop for people to cross at zebra crossings. As you can see right now, what is happening, it's pretty sad, pretty sad how we are going about things. Please cross.
Thank you.
Yeah. Countless people have died on this pedestrian crossing, but the message is not going through. So we're going to try and get people to stop so that we can cross the road safely. Go. Wait. Let's go. Okay. You can go, sir. Yeah, this is how it is. Pretty sad. It's a waste of resources, really, because technology should be working. We should have the mere fact that we're in a school zone, because it's a school zone, we're in a school area, so people should be slowing down even towards like 30 kilometers per hour. But it just doesn't seem to happen. And we've been doing this for quite some time now to know what we're talking about. It's a shocking lack of awareness of the street signs, of the regulations. And I strongly believe because there's no punishment, little to no punishment for people doing the wrong thing, this is what happens. So the drivers basically feel that they own the road. They don't see why they have to be stopping. And there's somebody crossing at an unauthorized area, exposing himself to so much risk. You can't understand why, for the life of me, he'll be doing this. Is pure jaywalking at the highest level, you know? Yeah, and he's trying to find his way to cross by walking against traffic, which is just something else. So we're going to try and get this guy to cross. So let's stop. Stop. Yes. Welcome. We're going to try and get them to stop for you. To stop. And then they can cross. Please go. Please come. Yeah. People going to school. Go. And we're going to try and stop them as well. Stop at the other side. Stop. You can go. So yeah, I can imagine having to post a policeman here. I mean, it's a waste of man hours, really. And all you could do is just have technology working. Your traffic lights must work. Your pedestrian lights must work. Digitization must happen so people get punished for doing the wrong thing. We're going to get people to stop so we can go. Stop. Everybody can go. You can go. Yeah. It's a very, very busy crossing. Very, very, very busy. Right in front of Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. One of our own cameramen lost his daughter, his dear daughter, here on this particular crossing. So for us, it's personal. You know, it's really, really personal. A crossing. Okay. And the problem is that people are coming through the curve and at top speed. So it's crazy for them. Let's go. You know, they are coming so fast. And you are doing the wrong thing. You know you are doing the wrong thing, eh? You can die easily, you know that. You're not supposed to cross like that. No, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to go, you do the U-turn. There's a U-turn here, you go like that. You know, you're not supposed to do this. Or nobody tell you. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's crazy. What can you say, man? The man doesn't care for his own life. What can you say? We're going to try and help this man to stop. And over here. Let's go. Thank you. Stop. Please come. Next time, please use the crossing, okay? Hold on. Wait. So we're going to stop you, and then you stop for us. You stop for us. Go. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's scary, you know? Ajia, take your time, oh. Come and stop here, I'll talk for you. All right, so okay, you can go. All righty, bye. Yeah. So I will still call out Road Safety Authority because education is all going down well. I'll call out even our educational authorities, the school, because I remember in one of the private schools in Dansoman years ago, they actually took the children to a pedestrian crossing and told them what to do. Look left, look right, look left again, and then cross, or right, left, right, and then cross. They actually took children, right, left, right, and then they crossed the road. But the education is not happening. It's all theory education. If you see a traffic light, there is something you should do. Red means red, stop. Yellow means get ready. Green means go, go, go. But that's for the point of view of the drivers. What about the human beings, the pedestrians? What is their rhyme that they can learn, that they can internalize, you know? Yeah. It's crazy. Are you crossing? Wait. Go. Go. Yeah. Everybody in a hurry. I don't know where they're going. Yeah. It's crazy. And I understand there's been a big campaign for some kind of technology to help people cross here, but it's falling on deaf ears. And you have a lot of people who risk their lives just to cross the road and go to work, go to school. There's a school just around the corner here, the Lutheran school, and you have kids crossing the road all the time. You have parents going to work, and it's so dangerous attempting to cross the roads in Accra. A lot has to be done. A lot has to be done, because frankly speaking, it's scary. Even at the GBC intersection, you will see trotros stopping right in the middle of the T-junction. And I hope I don't get to show you what it looks like, but it's likely going to happen, because that's what they do all the time. They just do the wrong thing. And people are so blasé, very casual about the whole thing. They don't really care. Either that or they don't really know what's going on. Yes. So you can stop for us. Madam, come. Walk here. Wait. Go. Come. Okay, let's see whether we can get you to cross. Okay. Go. You can go. Please come. Are you coming? Are you coming? Yes. Good morning, sir. Hold on. Yes. Okay, you can go now. You can go. Walk. You're welcome. Okay. Come. Walk. Take your time. Walk here. Bye-bye. Okay, you can go now. Alrighty. Welcome. Okay. So it's a lot of traffic issues here. It's constant. Wait. There's a big truck coming. He can't stop slowly. So let him come and pass. Wait. That's a problem. They accelerate too fast. Too fast, you know, it's too fast. They're trying to cross the road. Nobody wants to stop. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to stop, slow down. Let's go. Okay. Oh, to be a traffic warden in Accra. It's not even funny, man. It's not even funny. Yeah. Are you crossing? Good. Let's go, lady. Go. You're welcome. Hold on. Let's see if I can get you to cross as well. Go. Please go. I come in. Okay. Good. Go. Let's go. Okay. Very soon we'll be handing over to the sports people. And then we'll do headlines on GTV Breakfast. But for now, it's all about the traffic segment right here on a very busy road where people are riding like they are Lewis Hamilton plus, I don't know who the rally drivers are. Boss, are you crossing? Are you crossing? Come to the zebra crossing. We'll wait for the bus to pass and then we'll stop. Okay, we stop. We stop, and you go. Thank you. Thank you. All right, come, stop. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And you can go. Okay, let's help you to cross the road. Okay, so we stop. Okay, you can go now. Just walk, don't run. Okay. All righty, so ladies and gentlemen, that's our segment really for this morning. We'll be wrapping up pretty soon and then heading back into the studio. Good morning, sir. Oh, Jay, how are you doing?
I'm good.
What are your observations?
I heard you talking about jaywalking.
Yes.
I wanted to let you know that I'm here and I'm walking.
But you are legal.
Yes, I'm also walking along the road and I'm also crossing. I'm also heading. So my observations, like you're saying, the speed with which the drivers move over here. So that's why it's like they need to slow down so people can cross safely. And then the traffic lights, which are not working at the Prudential Bank area, I think they need to work as well. That will slow down the vehicles as well. Yes. Right, so I'm jaywalking.
All right, jaywalk. That's a legal way to jaywalk. All right, so we're going back to the studio. Let me help the lady to cross the road. And then we will go to the studio right now. Stop. Where are you going? Thank you. Thank you. All right, so that's our segment this morning.
Thank you, Kofi Traffic. You're missing out in the studio. Yes. In here, we are about to have a tasting session, and the rest of the family is here. They're about to taste. We are about to taste, eh? And so Constance is about to do her thing, palm jollof and pawpaws plus drizzle.
Okay. Tasting spoon time. Okay.
Screen.
This time ready. See, color-coded today. Color-coded. She came to work ready. Oh, goodness.
People, Thursdays, this is where you have to be. I mean, you can't taste it, but you can learn how to make it. And today,
you can't
taste it, but you can learn how to make it.
You're not supposed to cheer me up, isn't it?
Okay. Yes, people. Time. Moment of truth.
Valerie is just swallowing.
Yeah.
Thank you. She's so salivated. She's so salivated. I can even feel it from here.
Meanwhile, we are wishing retired Sergeant Dakwa at Manso Akwesiso a happy birthday. This is from your son, Inspector Samuel Dakwa, the police hospital.
Now, Val, how do I mention?
Okay, let me hold on to this for you. Let me hold on to
this. Start from here. I'm selfish like that.
The most painful thing is when you're hungry in the morning, you're watching a movie and there's food in it, or like the breakfast show and there's food.
You just want to know.
How do you have a breakfast show where you don't have food?
This is so not fair. It's so not fair on our viewers. I love you. You're welcome.
But let me try that.
So our show is made possible by Awake Purified Water, Virtual Sounds, and Medimosis. They made this possible. Thank you. And Constance.
Really good.
Moment of truth, people. Okay. I'm part of the people who made this.
Oh, you made it?
Yes, so respect.
Oh,
I'm sold on the scotch.
The flavors are something else.
Okay, so Constance, where do we find you, people? Where do we find you? Contacts?
On all my social media platforms, Cakes Boutique and Decor. I'm at Weja Tetegu. Admission is in progress. Contact me on 054
854-896-3385. 054-896-3385. Hate to Chicken Decor. Just trim it.
Do you have tables? Do you have tables? Look, whatever
cheers
you
from
do.
us to you. We're heading over to Studio 5. Well, Titi, what are you doing here? Akosia, we are heading over to
telling me about democracy. You are here tasting jollof.
Spoon.
My name is Akosia J. This is the GTV Breakfast Sports. It's also live on GTV Sports Plus. Once again, my name is Akosia AJ. We're looking at our first story that involves Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Accra Hearts of Oak. Yesterday, it was Kumasi Asante Kotoko fans who left the stadium very much excited after making it 3 out of 3 wins against Accra Hearts of Oak.
Good evening. Welcome to the Accra Sports Stadium. The much-awaited game is finally here. It's the Democracy Cup 2024. I've seen the Chief Justice and I've also seen the chairperson of the Electoral Commission of Ghana here. That's awesome. That's the kickoff. The Chief Justice to the EC chair, to the Sports Minister, and that's the kickoff. The ceremonial one before the game. There we go. Cheba 4 gets us going. Here's Emmanuel Enchi. Long ball in. Kosa heads it down is the first throwing of the evening to Ewa Mensah. Hands possession to Amponsa. It's a good ball, but the flag is up against the free air. Asamoah offside.
So from very, very deep with the inside of his foot, and that is a bit questionable. That's a bit questionable.
Should be Enchi. It is Enchi, and he misses by inches. It's a goal kick. Enchi, brilliant stuff. Aqua goes past Ewa Mensah. He goes down in the box. Penalty for Kotoko. Kotoko gets the penalty.
And we have the benefit of the replay again. Just look at that. Ewa Mensah, it was first a dummy, and then just look at that. It's
Blade takes a deep breath. Blade makes a step. Justice Blade! Kotoko lead the Phobians by Justice Blade's penalty in the 31st minute. It's Hearts of Oak 0, Asante Kotoko 1 in the 2024 Democracy Cup at the Accra Sports Stadium.
yeah, they wouldn't care. It was a good penalty. Sainty gets you the wrong way, and that tells you the great he possesses, the level of composure of Justice Blade. You rightly mentioned history was beckoning, and he did justice from 12 yards.
That's a well-taken penalty. He took the step, made a stop, and then went to the left side. Keeper had no answers whatsoever.
You always remember the narrative. Every penalty that scores is a good penalty.
I remember that. The refereeing decisions, that's the kickoff for second half.
It was just that penalty that separated both sides after the first 45 that fails to win. He always puts up some, outstanding performances, Michael Ampedu.
Big chance. It should have been 2 for the Porcupines. That was a big one.
That was a close one by Kitia, intervening for Heart of Oak.
Up to Hamza, down the left side. He finds Dennis Kosa, and Kosa swings in a cross. Asari fails to deal with it, and the Phobians have the equalizer. But you are thinking, was the goalkeeper impeded? Was the Kotoko goalkeeper fouled? Should it have been a foul?
Indicates that the goal has been taken, but yeah, there was clear impeding over there. Just look at that. Yes, and we've spoken about the fact that Hearts of Oak were going to send in some long balls, but this time on the goalkeeper, no protection at all. No protection at all. But Asamoah,
the new boy will not care.
He wouldn't.
He's got his debut goal for the Phobians. Here is Asante Kotoko Bernard Samoa. That was close. It's a goal kick
again,
and it's almost getting it spot on. But here is Samoa trying to find Cheba for, but Esibe steps up. He gives it away. Overconfidence gives Kotoko the advantage. Cheba for, here is Amidou Akwa. He shoots, and Kotoko have the second goal. Peter Amidou Akwa. 2 goals for Kotoko, 1 for Hearts of Oak. It's a goal. Hearts 1, Kotoko 2. Brilliant goal from Peter Amidou Akwa, but that was a howler from Osei Esibe.
It would go down an error from Osei Esibe. He lost the ball in a dangerous area, but what about that for a hit? And you can see.
And so after that 2-1 win against Accra Hearts of Oak, let's check out some post-match reactions.
At the press, I told them that we are going to change history today, and lo and behold, we did it.
Are you ready to go to the US with your team to play against DC United?
We are very ready. You can see from their performance. Even though we've not gotten the core of the team, but you can see the determination and the willingness to work in the boys. I think we are ready for DC.
Finally,
Democracy Cup, you know. We were informed some time ago that we'll be playing this cup. So coming into this game, we were very determined to win. And as you can see, as the captain, I was very determined with my boys, and at the end of the day, you can all see that we carried the game. So we are very happy for this trophy.
There'll be some other reactions from some of the members of parliament later on the show here on GTV Sports Plus, and to some transfer stories as Kumasi Asante Kotoko have announced the signing of midfielder Joseph Ablo ahead of the 2024-2025 Ghana Premier League season. The 26-year-old inked a 2-year deal to join the Porcupine Warriors from Guinean outfit Hafia FC. Ablo completed his move to the Porcupine Warriors after a successful medical in Accra. It's a great privilege to join Kumasi Asante Kotoko, a club with such rich history and passionate supporters. As a Ghanaian returning home to play for this prestigious club, it's a dream come true for me. I'm eager to wear the red jersey, give my all on the field, and contribute to our collective success. That's what the player said in his first interview with the club. Meanwhile, Asante Kotoko coach Dr. Prosper Ogun believes Ablo will add experience and athleticism to the team as they eye a successful campaign next season.
You know, they make us about Asante Kotoko, and I say, okay, Meba, because of Meba, now I'm a club now.
It must be now,
most Frimpong.
It's a former Asante Kotoko.
Yeah.
And then Kasai.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity.
Timaba, dear, me babe boy, any Makuno, I'm a club.
Asante Kotoko's followers a war.
Our no BPA, quality BPA, no BPA. nti metimi atwi so say bia Thiago Silva say na oboni bono like onu na mhwe
so ono na yo football
More transfer stories as Nations FC have announced the signing of Andrew Kobina from Division 1 campaigners Sky FC. Kobina's signing is to augment the defensive setup of the Eagles. According to the player, he's thrilled to join Nations FC. The fans, the stadium, and the ambition of this club make it an exciting place to be. I'm looking forward to contributing to the team's success and achieving great things together. Kobina said this at his unveiling at the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex in Abrankese. Real Madrid extended Luka Modric's contract on Wednesday, bringing the Croatian midfielder back for a 13th season with the club. Madrid said it, and Modric agreed to extend the player's contract until June 2025. One of Madrid's captain, Modric, didn't play as often as a starter this season, but is expected to have a greater role in Carlo Ancelotti's midfield after the retirement of Toni Kroos. He has won 26 titles with Madrid, the most in club history, along with defender Nacho Fernandez. Among those are 6 Champions League and 4 Spanish leagues. Modric arrived at Real Madrid in 2012, and in his 12 seasons representing Real Madrid has become a football legend. Madrid said Modric won the Ballon d'Or, the FIFA Player of the Year award, and was named UEFA Player of the Year in 2018 when he led Croatia to a runner-up finish at the World Cup. Modric has made 178 appearances with Croatia and is the nation's all-time record holder for international caps. He has made 534 appearances for Real Madrid, scoring 39 goals. In some other stories, Casper Ruud and Rafa Nadal offered a great show in Bastad as the doubles team defeated Theo Aribaj and Roman Sofialine in the quarterfinals on Wednesday.
Well, yeah, when you cannot win singles, you have to try to win doubles. So, I don't know, it was not the best beginning of the day, but very nice way to finish the day for me. And winning again alongside Rafa was a special doubles today. We saved the match point, so a bit lucky, but we're looking forward to the next match.
The what?
Rudal.
What is this?
It's Ruud and Nadal. Rudal.
Okay.
I'm trying to make myself clear next time.
Yeah, that's... No, I didn't know, man. But, well, yeah, I mean, I have Fedal and now Rudal, so both.
Well, let's keep on going. Both
another thing.
Congratulations.
Well, that's it for the updates on GTV Breakfast. There's more sports on Studio 5 right after this break.
Time. Abraham and Sarah, Mubanya twins. Go and buy jackets. We are going to Canada. Hallelujah. The best outboard Wamba. Master, what the card do? Mungu today. Born a wow. What you need? Because of my mepa. Business is bread, school fees, chop money. Funeral bills, suppliers, in-laws, side chicks. Or yes, I bought count. Oh, how many spiritual? For bills. Bills micro credit. The same way. Bills micro credit. From Mamba Ati. Konako from. Next.
Everyone is running to Bills. Enjoy the peace of mind that comes with acquiring any of our loan facilities. For whoever you are and whatever you're doing, Bills has a product for you. No susu, no deposits. All you need is your Ghana card. Bills, financing your needs.
Hello, Bills.
Let me see.
She's never had a toothache before.
There might be a cavity. Don't you use Pepsodent?
We used to, but I'll try the new one.
Ah, that's why.
But doesn't every toothpaste give cavity protection?
Not really. Pepsodent's Cavity Fighter repairs tiny invisible holes to give 10 times stronger teeth. Will you trust Pepsodent?
Definitely.
Pepsodent, 10 times stronger teeth.
Use Pepsodent's Cavity Fighter.
A state-of-the-art facility built with your family needs in mind. A medical center positioned for all your fertility problems and other diseases. Medimosis Clinic and Prostate Center. Our goal is to help our patients achieve and maintain optimal health. We have fully functional OPD laboratories in all our branches. Do you have problems urinating? Medimosis is the ultimate solution. Our Prostacure X capsules and Prostacure Herbal Tea treat prostate problems. Afromosis capsules gives you maximum performance, and for the ladies, Femacure X capsules solves all your menstrual problems. Locate Medimosis Clinic and Prostate Center at Adenta Barrier near the traffic light, Ashaman Ajekojo, Kumasi Ahinima Kokobing, and in Accra Ministries after the Ghana Highways Yard. Call 0244 068 447. We accept National Health Insurance card and all other private insurance card. Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center, your ultimate solution for prostate problems.
Coming live from the capital, this is the Breakfast Show.
To the show. This is GTV Breakfast, 18th July 2024. If he were alive, he would be 106 years old. We're talking about Nelson Mandela, who was born on this day in 1918, 106 years ago. It always seems impossible until it is done. It's one of the words that he is known for. May he rest in perfect peace. A great African, a great human being. Nelson Mandela today would have been his 106th birthday. I don't know when any of my people actually had a chance to meet him.
Yes, I did.
You met Nelson Mandela?
Yes,
Reverend Tete?
Yes, I met him.
Wow, what were the circumstances?
Was in Ghana.
He was in Ghana, yes.
He was in Ghana.
Yeah. Yes.
And you know, it's interesting. At the time he was in Ghana, Nelson Mandela, who is a Reverend Minister, was born on the day he was imprisoned. So he had a chance to meet him. In fact, Nelson Mandela, I did not just even meet him here in Ghana. I had a chance to also meet him in South Africa.
Okay.
And he's a great man. He's a man that is very unassuming. One of the statements he made that I can never forget was that when he finally was released, and the black guys came and they want to go back to Nigeria, he said, no, the war is over. They should go back to work. He was a man that was such a forgiving man and a man of difference. In fact, he is one of the greatest mentors I have respect for. And don't forget, when we were in schools, in secondary school, universities, we all were part of the anti-apartheid movement. Yes. So he's someone that I really followed. And Nelson Mandela, his principles, he was a man of a great forgiveness and a man who was a unifier. If somebody else has taken the place he had, after staying in prison for many years, 27 years, he would have been so vindictive. There's a story about him that is very interesting. He went to a restaurant, and whilst he was in the restaurant, there was this gentleman who was eating at the corner there. He invited a guy to join him and his bodyguard. The guy couldn't look at his face. The guy's hands were shaking. The guy couldn't just behave. And the guys were wondering how the president has invited you and you are misbehaving like that, you were just nervous like that. So the guy finished eating, shook hands with him and left. Then they asked him, sir, Your Excellency, why was the guy so nervous and messed up? When a president has called you, they expected him to show appreciation. He said, oh yes, he was one of the prison warden. Whilst he was in prison, when he wanted water, he urinated upon his head. And he mistreated him in prison.
He pissed on the guy on his head?
Oh yeah, I think I read something like that. He did.
Oh wow.
But it's even on social media.
Yeah, I read
I'll see what's on the phone. If I get it, I'll read it for you. But
that was the water he gave him.
He did not retaliate. He showed him love. And how he even handled Winnie Mandela and the entire family. And the entire Buta team was just unique. I was privileged to have met him personally. In fact, there are two of them that really blessed me. Thabo Mbeki, and also Archbishop Desmond Tutu. You've been to my place before. You have a big picture with Archbishop Desmond Tutu and his wife and I. And it's somebody that I really know. I want to say the South Africans should not forget the many people who fought with them. These days, when I hear of some of the sentiment and attack on foreigners in South Africa, I feel very bad. People across the globe, especially Africans, fought for the liberation of South Africans. And so we should not forget it. But please, let's remember Nelson Mandela as one of the icons Africa and the world had. And he has been a great mentor. May he so rest in peace.
Indeed. He was here in Ghana in 1962 to get support for the armed struggle. So by then, President Nkrumah was president. And then he came back again after he was free in 1991 and met Chairman Rawlings. May he rest in perfect peace. Any thoughts?
Oh, yeah, I mean, Nelson Mandela, I mean, is an African icon of sacrifice. And like Reverend said, I mean, forgiveness. It's an African icon of fortitude. For him to have remained in the prisons for 27 years, losing his family, people that he would have lived with. And he stood in for that millions of people, blacks in South Africa. He's an icon of true and honest liberation. And he can be cited anywhere today as an example of politicians that can be very honest in seeking the well-being of their people. I traveled to the UK, and when I saw his statue on the UK Parliament House, I got excited, and I stood by it to take a picture because he reminds me very well of what we must expect of our politics. And I think that he must be an inspirer. Those who have come after him, generations of politicians that are rising. Mandela is the one that you can look up to and say that he didn't enter into politics because he wants to make money. He's a clear example. And I think all politicians across the African continent on a day like this must make him a subject of discussion and feel inspired and look at the wrongs that they, by their hands, are causing their nations. This aspect of unifying the country on the foundation of forgiveness is so important that for us, we want to say that returning violence for violence only multiplies violence.
That's it.
And violence can murder the hater, but it shall never murder hate, but love does. So, in this country now, even as we prepare towards this 2024 elections, I still want to speak to our politicians. That's as they do the campaign and the grassroots supporters, they must put Ghana ahead. That we can do this election and come out as one nation and still. But when we destroy our country on the basis that either I didn't get what I want or I didn't get what I want, we lose everything as a nation. But after our economic conditions, by God's grace, if we sit and we begin to think right, we'll be able to get out of it. But when we destroy our nation through violence, it will take us years, decades, to be able, and the amount of money we will spend that which would have sought the well-being of our people will be spending and reconstructing and dealing with people that we have killed, people we have maimed, and dealing with people that we have, whose life we have destroyed. We will have to find a way to be dealing with this. So I'm grateful that, look, all my concerns are put aside. Anything I had in my mind, this Mandela issue and what he stands for in terms of the values and the example that he has set for politicians of the world, and particularly in Africa, is something that we must not underestimate. If you met him, what would you tell him? Well, I'll be grateful to him. I would tell him that he's an icon, is somebody whose life I uphold, whose life I must continue to read about, and there's something that I have taken from him. Yeah. You see, he overcame bitterness. He did. He was victorious. In fact, he's really a man of strength, real strength. Not strength in terms of what you do to overcome, to dominate your enemy. No. The real victory is the victory over yourself, and not a victory over your enemy. What you are able, and Mandela has proven to us that whatever the length of bitterness in us, we can overcome. Can let it go. And use love. That a real victory is a victory of yourself. I love that one. Yes, I mean, real victory is a victory of yourself, over yourself. You have to dominate yourself. Dominate yourself. When bitterness is eating you up to make you hate the other, you must overcome it, and use love to treat others. So yeah, we remember Mandela today, who would have been 106 on this day, July 18th, 2024. He was born in 1918. May he rest in perfect peace. And talking about democracy and governance, there's an interesting report that has come out, and the summary of the executive summary is basically that Africa's democratic landscape is currently facing many challenges. Since 2020, military coups have occurred in 6 countries. 3 presidents have overextended their terms. Other leaders have eroded democratic norms. And now these issues are overshadowing positive developments that have been happening on the continent, like successful elections, like as we've had in Ghana, transitions of ruling parties, and judicial integrity in electoral disputes. The African Union struggles to enforce democratic standards due to member non-compliance. People are just not complying. People are not listening to the AU. So Afrobarometer has done a 25-year data collection, and it reveals that while Africans overwhelmingly prefer democracy, there's a decline in democratic satisfaction. And there are many factors: corruption, poor election quality, lack of presidential accountability. So although support for democracy is really robust, opposition to military rule has weakened. Africans are now increasingly prioritizing government accountability over efficiency, as we saw in Kenya. And it just means that we need there's a stronger need for integrity in governance. So this report has looked at declining democratic performance even in democracies like Botswana and Mauritius, and they are basically urging African governments and international actors to address these political shortcomings. Bottom line, what they are saying basically is that the young people of Africa are losing faith with democracy. They're becoming disillusioned, and they are more open to thoughts around, let the soldiers take over, that kind of talk. And Afrobarometer is basically saying, watch it. This is how people are feeling. Your thoughts on that?
And I'm happy Sheikh is here. Sheikh made a reference about 2 months ago. It was a quite scary one. That if you are around our age and you go and influence the students at the university and you lead them and you show them how to collect money to cast a vote, you are sowing a wrong seed. I think that was one profound thing you said, that really that day I went home really thinking about it. Kafui, we are losing it if we've not already lost it. Our leaders are not setting an example. And a lot of boys and girls today are going to politics just because of what they will amass tomorrow morning. Look at certain young men and women who get into politics, and overnight they want to get filling stations, they want to get lands, they want to get buildings, they want to build mansions, and so people cannot be honest and be truthful. We should not forget to take lessons from what has just happened in Kenya. The youth got up and realized this rubbish, this nonsense must stop. And in order for this nonsense must stop, they have to demonstrate disapproval. And they demonstrated their disapproval And we all know what it ended. People had to swallow their humble pie. We need to get our leaders in authority to put themselves together. Otherwise, not just posterity will judge us, not in heaven, not beyond this earth, but right on earth. People are getting agitated. And this whole notion about, okay, some country like Ghana, we've gone beyond coup d'etat, we've gone beyond this. Trust me, you don't necessarily need coup d'etat for people to assert you. When people get so offended, they react. And the youth are seeing the insincerity of our leadership in government. AU has failed. The AU that Nkrumah and others started is not the AU we have today. The Organization of African Unity that will change. In fact, the EU was formed on the basis, on the platform of the AU, of Organization of African Unity. Then, today, it's just a facade. If you look at ECOWAS, what is happening now?
Well, 3 people have left.
It's because people are not certified what is going on. And the hypocrisy.
Mali, Burkina,
they've left.
They've gone.
They've left.
They
And it is not a plus for ECOWAS. It's a shame. Meanwhile, our ECOWAS leaders, look at them. They all speak good language. They come and they rattle you, but we are missing democracy. And democracy is not just talk, it's an act. If we even look at the arms of government we have in West Africa, they are not working properly. There's no consensus, there's no check and balances, there's no separation of powers. The judiciary, the executive, the legislature, everybody's doing their own thing, and sometimes it's being dominated. And we are seeing the trend. I'm getting very concerned about Ghana. How much influence do we have over the arms of government? And who is dominating what? And that is where democracy must be. Democracy must be for the people, with the people, for the people, by the people. But look as if people are taking the laws into their hands and they are abusing it. And these young ones are growing. There was this joke I heard, and it's a very interesting one. A small boy sent a letter, wanted money, wanted 20 cedis. So he wrote a letter to posted it to the post office. The postman realized that the letter has been sent to God. So he took it to the president of their community and went to give it to the president. When he gave it to the president looked at it and was very excited. So, wow, the boy wrote a letter to God, I'm the president. So he decided to send the boy 10 cedis, at least just as a gesture from His Excellency the president. The boy received the letter and looked at it and wrote back again to God and said, God, look at these politicians. They are always stealing from me. This small money you send me. He has taken part of it. The living knows that the president of his nation has even stolen the money. So let's say if it's $20 he wanted, the president has stolen $10. And if that is the thing the little boy have that we are stealing, I think so. Democracy must be properly enhanced, and we seem to be playing lip services, but it's a very dangerous time. The youth of today are agitating, and if we don't take care, it can affect a lot of things we do. And by the time the youth rises up, we'll have no control, because remember the higher percentage of our population and the strength of our population is the youth. And if we don't have time for the youth, and the youth doesn't have confidence in what we do, we have no future. So I beg of every politician, especially Ghana, at the presidency, the executive, at the parliament, the legislature, at the courts, the judiciary, let us not forget that people are watching us. And we, our children and children will rise up if we don't make sure democracy is handled well. Democracy is not hate. Democracy is not war. Democracy is not undermining people's integrity. Democracy is coming as a government and as people to see how we can come together, unitedly together. I don't want to use my word. I would have said a massive united front.
Definitely. Sheikh, this is your concern. I mean, young people getting fed up, getting disillusioned, getting wary
we must be concerned
about democracy.
Democracy is not necessarily an empty academic concept. If you leave it at that level, it becomes a democracy that is dysfunctional. If if democracy is functional, it will yield dividends. It will give confidence to the people. It will translate into the well-being of the people. It will create trust in leadership institutions. But when it is dysfunctional, and also on a more regressive, now we are seeing a regressive democracy. That is what is happening. And so the effect of it is what we are seeing in the youth. And remember, in fact, the politicians must listen to us very well. We've all been youth before, and the youthful stage of life is the most critical stage of any human development. Lose your youthful years, and you've lost it all. Lose your youthful years, and you've lost it all. When you lose it, there's no more hope in your life. And so when the young people are at a certain stage and they cannot see light, desperation and frustration sets in. And that is why on the vast Saharan desert, with all the risk involved,
people are going.
Nothing stops them.
No.
Day in and day out, they hear people are dying. As they traverse that risky distance, they get dehydrated. They lose water. Friends see their own dying. They leave them on the dry desert and die and walk away and leave them. Because of this, what is happening, that's when, excuse my ignorance, that's only when the island of Lampedusa came into my mind.
Italy.
That's only when I became conscious of the island of Lampedusa. And day in, day out, they get drowned. And the risk of getting drowned never stops them from going. That's what Ali Mazuri talks about, the push-out factors. And so now democracy, dysfunctional democracy has become a push-out factor.
Pushing people out of their country.
I mean, where democracy is thriving and there are great opportunities, so it becomes the pulling factor.
And that Lampedusa you're talking about, it receives over 1,000 migrants a day.
1,000. Major Samana.
Even more. Over 1,000 daily. Africans and Arabs running away from their country.
Yes. So I think that we must reconstruct what democracy means in our minds.
Yesterday I had a chat with 8 students from Unimac IG, formerly GIG. My last question to them was that when you graduate from school, how many of you will stay?
I mean, you can imagine that. You can imagine the answer.
Most of them want to go.
I mean,
most of them want to go.
So there's a certain disillusionment. And what happened in Kenya? I mean, I don't pray it happens in Ghana. I don't pray it happens in Ghana. But we repeat our Akan proverb here, and the Aga proverb, which we want to repeat. Reverend, you will repeat the Ga one. I'll tell you. I'll repeat the Fanti one. Yes. And please, pardon us for our language.
It will come into English because after you drop it first.
Our language in the community. What's it? Concerning Torre.
Yes.
When said it?
Yes.
All the Fantis are listening to me. Concerning Torre. That's why I'm saying pardon me. Because
we said it here 3 weeks ago.
But I can do. Concerning Torre. When said it?
So the testicles of a
Bulu draw atanoshi.
They don't step on the testicle.
Oh no! He has to remove it.
Bulu draw. Tabu draw no shikome ko atanoshi enye babu kwe. He draw no ta.
It can't be more than once.
No! It's painful. It's painful.
And then was
the first one. He removed it. So next time you are coming, and then when you see your friend's beard catching fire, when you are close, don't get water, shave.
Completely.
Shave.
Don't bring anything.
No. Shave.
Shave,
No time to waste.
We have remixed the proverb.
Yes.
When your friend's beard is on fire.
No, don't put water around it. And then what is happening in the sub-region?
Yes.
These coup d'etats that we are seeing, I don't pray it happen because I'm not a fan of coup d'etat. Because in my view, military coups have not solved any problem for us, in my view. So I'm not a fan of it. But out of frustration, it does happen. It appears to me the populists are becoming more and more confident in the military. Look, I go on some of these things and I see this young man in Burkina Faso, the fans he's getting anywhere he goes.
Yes.
And then the song and I mean the kind of, you see it. And so politicians, if you don't do your work right, you're going to lose your jobs. It's in your own interest. Because when the military take over, we're going to begin to trust them more. And there will no more be any election again. No more election. Instead, all political parties proscribed. That's the language of the revolution.
They don't want any parties.
Constitution, how do they say it? Constitution suspended.
Parliament.
At the time is the gun solved. That the gun is the one that is an action. And when they come in full regalia and they stand in front of GBC, who are you? And they have the backing of the populace. They have the backing. At that time you cannot preach democracy. So democracy must be functional, in the sense that it yields dividends. It shows accountability. People must feel it in their lives. The young people now want to see hope. And I'm worried. All the time I say it, myself and Reverend and all those who are older than us, we are fading away. Gradually, we are fading away. What do we leave behind? How will the young people now even look at ourselves? When we were there active, what did we do? What did we say? I'm worried that when my son one day calls me and say, "Oh, old man, but I knew when you were so active, but how did we come here?" I'm worried about how I'll give that answer to my son. And so, great respect for our politicians. We must be conscious of what is happening around us. Let us not make democracy dysfunctional, and let us also not see a regression of our democracy. Rather, we must really
go forward.
Let
me jump onto the lines right now and on this particular topic and speak with Dr. Jabuntie Zato. He's a senior lecturer in the Political Science Department of the University of Ghana. Dr. Zato, so the key points from the new Afrobarometer report are as follows. There's a disillusionment with democracy where majority of African youth are dissatisfied with democratic governance, and young people feel excluded from the democratic process.
Yeah.
The other point is that there's a preference for military rule. Significant number of youths lean towards military rule as an alternative to current democratic systems. And thirdly, there's dissatisfaction and distrust in institutions, key institutions like electoral commissions, courts, police. The trust in them is at an all-time low, and there are low levels of trust in police, widespread dissatisfaction with public education. So, disillusionment with democracy, preference for military rule, dissatisfaction and distrust in institutions. These are some of the key points from the Afrobarometer report. As a political scientist, what are your initial reactions to this particular report?
Thank you very much, Kafori, and good morning to all your viewers all over the country. First of all, I'm always happy when we have this kind of empirical data to work with. When somebody goes to the field, collects data, and come, it helps. It helps us to learn, it helps us to know, and it helps us to plan for the future. So first of all, let me deal with the first part that we are talking about, the kind of disillusionment with democracy. It's not an African thing. And it's not limited to Africa or the youth of Africa. In fact, we've seen that. Look, the United States, which is the world-leading democracy, almost had a coup d'etat. Those people were disillusioned with democracy. They were disillusioned with the fact that their candidate lost an election. They almost overthrew the U.S. government. We've seen disillusionment all over Europe. The recent EU elections showed that. So much so that far-right extreme candidates made gains that they were never thought that they could make. And then you come to Ghana. So when you see that, then you come to people see that. So it is a disillusionment with democracy. So it is true, because the question then is, For people that are in Western rich part of the country, the question they ask is, what else can democracy do? Is that all? The one thing, the things they now want are more normative. The things that they want now are more theoretical, more rights, more freedoms, more justice. Now, but for us in Africa, the things that we want are not theoretical, are not normative. They are empirical, they are tangible. We are not looking for more rights, we are not looking for more normative things. We are looking for better roads, better hospitals, better education, and better jobs. So for any democracy, and for that matter, any system of government to survive, it must meet the needs and aspirations of its people. In the case of the African democracy, it must meet the needs and aspirations of Africans, which include, or which are, as I said, better roads, better hospitals, better clinics, better job prospects, and so on. So you can do that. So, and sometimes you can see that there are times in seasons. So it's a national thing, it is an international thing, it's a global thing. The thing is that the problem democracy has always had have not yet gone anywhere. Democracy is the worst form of government, except it has no alternative. I want to repeat that, and it should be taken to mean one thing. It's probably the worst or the bad form of government, but it has absolutely no alternative right now. There's no better alternative out there that you can look at and say, oh, hey, look, see, there's this alternative there, probably, let me go and take that. No.
So, why are the young people expressing preference for military rule? Why are a significant number of African youths leaning toward military rule as an alternative, if democracy is not the only alternative?
Thank you. I'm just coming there. For most of the African youth now, I don't know the age with which from which they are saying it. A lot of them were probably born in a democratic system. A lot of them were probably born to see elections as being normal and normalized. A lot of them were probably born in a system where at least some of the fundamental rights of democracy are there, so they are boring. And they have absolutely nothing to compare with. I want to repeat, a lot of the youth were born in the system. Even me, I may consider myself as a young youth, but my recollections of, for instance, of Ghana, of the times we were no democracy, are not strong. So you can say that I'm born in a democratic regime where there's nothing to compare with.
Right.
And so what then happens is that when you see snippets of information coming out of Nigeria, Burkina Faso, different layer, oh, no, it's almost like the grass is greener somewhere else, because you've never lived in that kind of regime. I don't think the people that are living in Russia and Siberia are clamoring for anything other than democracy. I don't think the people that are living in some of the places in China are clamoring. I don't think if you're living in a repressive and autocratic regime, you're going to say, hey, listen, I like this, I don't want democracy. The thing is that democracy has its faults, but most people who have never lived in any other system will say that. Most systems know. And look, I'm saying that that's why in Ghana you may be able to see the gap. If you talk to anybody that has lived during any of the coup d'etat or military periods in Ghana, and then you juxtapose that and then ask the person what they prefer, you know what they will choose. So we have to deal with that. It's a good thing that we are taking democracy for granted. So another thing. So democracy is like your mother, a kid and the mother. Sometimes the kid will take the mother for granted because, she's there. Until the day the mother is not there, you're like, oh my God, I'm there. So it's that kind of thing.
So they don't know better because they haven't experienced that military rule before.
What did they know? So they've not lived, and they are not living it. And you see, there's something happening too, and we cannot ignore the fact of social media. What you see in Burkina Faso are just a snippet. They just go and take a highly edited, redacted, and so. What the people are doing is excellent PR campaign. So we sit here, we just see a nice picture of the Burkina Faso young guy saying this, edited, and they're like, oh, I wish I could see that. I love that. I want to have that. Really, you want to. You don't know what is behind it. You don't know the blood behind it. So that is it. Now, secondly, there are people who are talking about democracy receding in Africa. And I'm saying, there's an alarming tone to that. There's an alarming tone to that. People are rejecting French neo-colonialism in Africa. France is the problem, and French is the problem.
Right.
That is what you see. Look, Niger, Burkina Faso, and
Mali.
They're all French colonies. There is something in the French Kool-Aid that people don't like. That is why you realize that whenever these people come inside, immediately the first people they attack, or the first interest they attack are French interests. They leave other European interests. They don't attack British interests. They don't attack Canadian or U.S. military interests. They don't attack. Why? If they leave Chinese interests, they leave other interests. Because it's something that France has done and is doing in their colonies that people abhor to and don't like. So we should not conflate that with the whole idea, because we say, look, hey, look, what about people? It was people's power, youth power, that propelled and saved democracy in Senegal, right?
Right.
It was Macky Sall would have done whatever he had to do, but it was people power, sheer people power and commitment to democracy.
So it's a mixed picture, and we shouldn't conflate issues with one another and draw simplistic conclusions. Well, I think on that note, I'd like to say thank you very much, Dr. Jebuntie Zato, Senior Lecturer, Political Science Department, University of Ghana, speaking to us about his insights on some of these findings from this Afrobarometer report, which says that youth are disillusioned with democracy. They seem to be preferring military rule. They are dissatisfied with institutions like the Electoral Commission, the police, the courts. They are concerned about rising corruption, and they feel that their governments are failing to address it. And people fear to talk about corruption because they fear that there will be retaliation against them. There's need for trust in governance. There's need for public education, and bribery must be clamped down on for youth to be more confident in democracy.
Dr. Zato has spoken as a politician. He's a lecturer of political science, a student of political science. He's been very political with his message to create the balance. And sometimes we try to be politically right, but we should not forget about the reality. As much as he's eloquently spoken, like an intellectual who study political science and lectures political science, we also have to face the reality. Things are not going well. We can't live in a paradise, in a false paradise, where we think that it's because something happened somewhere, and that's the francophone issues now can still be connected to us in a way. And people listen. I mean, today's social media, everybody is everywhere. If the youth begin to see that, look, the youth tried it in Kenya, it worked. They tried it in Burkina Faso, it worked. They tried it in Niger, it worked. They tried it in Mali, and it worked. All of a sudden, they can also, and trust me, coups can spill over. Remember in the 70s?
Contagion.
Very contagious.
The 60s and 70s were crazy.
Very
almost
contagious.
Every year.
The Rollins sentiment, the Thomas Sankara sentiment, and then by the time I realize they are linking up and they have relationship, and then they begin to compare notes, and by the time I realize they've created brotherhood. Let us guard against greed, selfishness. There was something he said that I was very excited about, that we should look at how we enhance the hospitals, the clinics. Till today, there are certain roads in certain places in Accra, the greater Accra region, the capital, that are still not acceptable.
So work for the people.
So let the people feel that we don't certify ourselves alone when we are in government, but we also think of the masses. And it's the masses that when they get agitated, cause trouble.
And there was an agitation recently over a plan to change legislation to allow MPs to put sirens in their vehicles and flood traffic regulations. That thing has been shot out of the system. It's been withdrawn completely.
And I read something about Dr. Ayine. I mean, saying that he takes responsibility.
He takes responsibility. He was in charge of the committee that was looking over that particular thing. What did you make of that thing? Briefly before we go, we have about 2 minutes to go.
For me, those things they do not matter to me too much.
Why do MPs want to be running around the siren and flouting traffic rules?
If they are able to state their reason very well, it's like, I mean, what they are saying, we can also say so with a medical doctor.
Exactly. Yes. Or a taxi driver who has to take somebody home.
He's going to save a life.
Exactly.
He's going to save a life. I say a certain Ghanaian is dying and have to save that life. Can he also be given the siren? So that he can also, and then given a motorcade, so that he can clear the road for him.
In fact, one CPP panelist said we should give the taxis sirens, because most of the time in Ghana, when somebody collapses, it is taxis that
we say that tooting their
and bleeding through,
and so on and so forth. So maybe we have to look at the issue of prioritization and look at the circumstance in which we are. Which are the issues that when you bring up, there are certain things they have them aside.
Yes.
and deal with those that we cannot do without.
Those are the ones we should focus on.
Focus on those ones, and then let's see what we can do.
Yes, we're almost out.
I congratulate COP Christian Tete Yohuno? I think he deserves it.
He's deputy IG.
He was a great policeman. He's still a great policeman. Since 1958, I believe he
since Majite.
Yes, Majite. Majite was
the first
1958. It was the first black in the South Saharan to be made an IGP. And to say that Christian Tete Yohuno has been, he's like a brother to me. I preached in his father's funeral, his father's state's funeral in Somania about 2 months ago, and somebody that has done very well. So Christian Tete, you can manage your AICO, you've made us proud. And to be honest with you, he served both NDC and MPP very well.
COP Christian Tete Yohuno.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Congratulations. You know what Yohuno means?
What does it mean?
Man's wife.
A
lady's wife.
A lady's wife.
Lady's husband.
So he's now the new Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations. Yes. Congratulations to him.
Yeah. He eradicated armed robbers in Ghana.
One time.
Very well.
Action man. Happy birthday to you, retired Sergeant Dakwa at Mansu Akuyas, father to son. Regards to Sheikh. To Chief Man.
Our old man, yes. He's doing very well.
Yeah.
This morning he's meeting a delegation from here. I'm rushing to him.
Wish him the very best.
Thank you so much. I'll tell him, you and the Reverend.
Yes, we owe him a visit.
We have to go back.
Yes, we will.
That's his son.
Yes. I'm his grandson. So we'll go. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank the team. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best. We have conversations with the majority leader, Mr. Honorable Afenyo Markin. There's there's a lot of conversations. There's a conversation on how to attract money. It's a financial education conversation, and then there's a special chat with Medimosis on cholesterol management. This show is brought to you by Medimosis Garlic Capsules, Awake Purified Drinking Water, and Virtual Sound, the home of quality musical instruments and equipment. My name is Kafi Day. A day for you. See you around.
Unfortunately, sometimes
Oh, Sister Coles, your daughter almost got hurt. Why are you still cooking with charcoal? Don't you know that smoke from charcoal and firewood is as damaging to the lungs as cigarette? It could even cause heart diseases and affect our eyesight.
Auntie,
The National Petroleum Authority has introduced a cylinder recirculation model in collaboration with local partners to make gas more accessible to everybody. Just show up at the nearest exchange point with your empty cylinder and get a filled one.
But cylinders are expensive, Papa.
Debbie, all you need is a small down payment and get a filled cylinder. Switch from charcoal and firewood to gas for a better, healthier life.
Yes.
Star 712.
Picture this. I'm in a Greece. Yeah, and now you were back in Greece. To say, why you fit a millionaire? Yes, the luckiest at the room. To say, about from Massa Echeman. Yeah. Now check this. Sister Abna, aka Kobe Hima. The luckiest at the room. Queen B.
Yeah.
Boss lady back up there. Let's go. Hold on to your seats, folks. Such anyway, be you smooth. Where you enter your friend will upgrade. Luckiest Adaroma. And the best part, with the luckiest, will be our a shot to a good life. And I'm talking to you, me, your girlfriend, your ex, your neighbors, your landlords, and even Goro boys. And no one is over dialing with lucky number. Star 712. No.
Coswato ticket to win in the community draw or the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNC.
Are you looking for the perfect tune to match your vibe? Welcome to Virtual Sound Lab, the heart of sound. From guitars to keyboards, drums to DJ equipment, we've got it all. Unleash your creativity and express yourself through music with our expertly curated collection. Whether you're a seasoned musician or just starting out, discover your sound at Virtual Sound Lab. At Virtual Sound Lab, our after-sales service is second to none. Whether it's a minor adjustment or a major repair, our expert technicians are here to ensure your musical journey continues smoothly. Virtual Sound is the sole distributor for Shure, PreSonus, Allen & Heath, Digico, Nord, Roland, Fender, Rode, Jupiter Horns, DB Technology, RCF, FDB, Mackie, JBL, Tascam, DW Drums, Mapex Drums, Gretsch, Peisty, Zildjian, and many more. We are located at Asylum Down Roundabout. You can reach us on 0244 311 356 or 054 01 20757. www.virtualsoundlab.com. Virtual Sound Lab, the heart of sound.
Picture this. Coming on Greece. Yeah, and now you were back in Greece. To say, why you fit on the millionaire? Yes, the luckiest at Aroma. To say, about from Massa Echeman. Yeah. Now check this. Sister Abna, aka Kobe Hima. The luckiest at Aroma. Queen B.
Yeah.
Boss Lady Baku. Let's go. Hold on to your seats, folks. Such anyway, be you smooth. Way and your friend will upgrade. Luckiest Adaroma. And the best part, with the luckiest, Obia or a shot to a good life. And I'm talking to you, me, your girlfriend, your ex, your neighbors, your landlords, and even Goro boys. And no one is over dialing with lucky number. Star 712. No.
Oswaldo ticket to win in the community draw or the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. From GBC Studio 1, this is The Breakfast Show. Live from GBC Studio 1, this is The Breakfast Show.
Greetings, welcome back to the show. And so we are taking a detour. We are mixing things up a bit, and we are having a mini clinic today. And we have our doc in studio, Dr. Prince Osei from Medimosis Clinic and Prostate Center. Today we are going to be talking the management of cholesterol, because this is mainly is highly dependent on blood pressure. So to manage your blood pressure, you need to manage your cholesterol, and cholesterol is like a big topic, but Dr. Prince is going to make it into small capsules for us to manage. Greetings.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
2 times seeing you this week.
Yeah.
Wowzy. How's your Thursday? I asked you how was your Tuesday. How's your Thursday?
Well, we are going into the weekend, so
people. So I found out behind the scenes that Dr. Prince is such a tease. Wow. So now he's part of, you see how when you make a mistake, they're going to put you on as doc of the week. He's such a tease. Welcome. We're liking the Thursday. It's getting into the weekend, and so things are light.
Yeah.
But then we have to talk a topic that's
definitely.
It's a silent killer.
Definitely.
So what is cholesterol?
Okay, so cholesterol, we've heard it, as you said, but it's a waxy substance. So we see how the candle that we use.
Yes.
You see, when you melt it, that liquid that comes out, that's how cholesterol feels like. Yeah, yeah, but it's mostly mixed with your blood, so you don't physically see the cholesterol, but it's mostly mixed with the blood. And mostly when we mention cholesterol, people think about
it's going to make your blood really thick.
Yeah, when it's in the blood, it makes it thick. So most of the symptoms of high cholesterol has to do with poor circulations and all that because the blood is thick. Yeah, so when we talk about cholesterol, most people think about the bad side, but then cholesterol is manufactured in the body. The body manufactures cholesterol. Anything that the body manufactured, it means that it has a use in the body. But when the quantity or the amount in your blood gets higher than normal, that is why it starts causing all these heart-related conditions and all that. And for cholesterol, the major function that it does, it's transport fat-soluble vitamins. So we have certain vitamins in your body that is not soluble in water. So it needs that waxy substance to be able to move throughout the body. Yeah, so vitamin K, vitamin E, and other forms of vitamins needs cholesterol to be able to move throughout the body. So that's the main use of the cholesterol. Also, it forms a cell membrane. So we know that basic life starts from a cell, and the cell has a membrane. Yeah, so the membrane of the cell is mostly made up of cholesterol. Yeah, and most of the drugs that we take and other things that we do, it's able to enter into the cells by the membrane opening up for the cells to the drugs to enter. As we were doing the diabetes, I mentioned that for the type 2 diabetes, the cells don't recognize the insulin. So it's these cell membranes that open up for things to enter into the cell membrane. So cholesterol has a lot of functions, but the excess of it can pose a lot of health challenges and all that. Yeah.
Okay. So what in our body produces the cholesterol? I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, it's the liver. It's part of the functions of the liver. So the liver, it produces the cholesterol, and it also gets rid of the cholesterol.
It's like a double-edged sword.
So it produces it, and when it's in excess, it gets rid of the cholesterol. Right. So as I mentioned, there are types of the cholesterol. We have the good cholesterol. That one mostly, and the cholesterol, they are attached to what we call the lipoproteins. So that is what we use to determine the types. So we have the high-density lipoproteins. So that's what we mostly term as the good cholesterol. So what that lipoprotein does, it moves cholesterol from your bloodstream into the liver to be eliminated. And the bad cholesterol does the opposite. So that one moves cholesterol from your liver into the bloodstream. So as I mentioned, the cholesterol is needed to circulate some vitamins within the body. So when it's manufactured in the liver, it needs to come into the bloodstream for it to do its function. And when it's finished its function, it needs to get back to the liver to be eliminated from the body. So that is what goes on. So when your good cholesterol is high, it means that your overall total cholesterol will go down. And when your bad cholesterol is high, it means that the overall cholesterol will go high. So when we say that someone has a higher cholesterol, it means that the total cholesterol is high. So when we do the blood test, we are looking at the total cholesterol. We are looking at the low-density lipoprotein, which is the bad cholesterol, and we are looking at the high-density lipoprotein, which is the good cholesterol. So the ratio of it will let us know the total amount of cholesterol in your system. Yeah.
So which persons are likely to get high cholesterol?
Everybody.
Bad high cholesterol.
Everybody can get cholesterol, even children.
How young?
As young as you can't really put an age limit on it. We have 9 years having higher cholesterol and all that. Mostly now, because our dieting has changed and all that, things has really changed. Yeah, so you have people at as low as 9 years, and even the new routine that has been developed by WHO is that even in children, there are tests that are done for them, and cholesterol is part of them. So if you are less than 45 years, you need to be checking your cholesterol at least every 5 years.
Wow.
Yes, so if you are less than 45 years, so from children up to 45 years, you need to be checking it at least every 5 years. But if you have an underlying condition, if this year you check it and it's high, and your doctor will advise you to check it every year or so, depending on the level that it is. But when you are aging from age 45 upward, you need to check it every year, because at that time things might change in your system and it can cause all these problems. So when you are young, below age 45, that is about every 5 years is cool. But when you have any underlying condition, that is family history, if your family has it, if you have any other condition that causes the cholesterol to go high, it means that we need to check it regularly than the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the conditions that might cause somebody's cholesterol to go high?
So it's mostly a lifestyle thing. So if you mostly have a sedentary lifestyle, for now, most of the works that we have in Ghana here is sedentary. You dress up in the morning, you sit in an air-conditioned car, you go to the office, sit in an air-conditioned office.
Soft life.
Yes. So most people, the lifestyle that we live is mostly sedentary, and we don't really do physical activities. Compared to the olden days where we used to do farming and all that. Yeah. Even if you eat, you burn the fats and all that. But then now you eat and you have everything in there. So the lifestyle is one thing, and lack of exercise. People who don't exercise.
Okay. Yeah.
So exercise also can burn the cholesterol. So if even you have a sedentary lifestyle, you need to make time to exercise. And aerobic exercise is good. And I think for that we can do it. Even if you have a busy schedule, you can wake up early, do some 15 minutes skipping, and you can shower and come to work.
How about in the evening before you sleep? Is it advisable to do some exercise
good,
before
but when
that?
you do it early morning, it's better. After eating your supper, sometimes you get so full that you wouldn't be able to do most of the exercise. So most people do it in the morning when they are lighter. So the skipping, the jogging, and all those things. When you do it in the morning, it's better than in the evenings. Yeah.
Okay. And now, what are the implications of living with high cholesterol? What does it do to you?
Yeah. So most often it causes cardiovascular conditions. Cardiovascular conditions has to do with the heart and the blood vessels. So, since cholesterol, when it's high in your blood vessels, when it's high in your blood, it forms plaques within your blood vessels. So the plaques are like dirt getting stuck in the pipes in our houses. So the same way, the blood vessels carries blood away from the heart and all that. So when cholesterol builds up in it, or when cholesterol is high, it gets stuck within the blood vessels. And in effect, it causes your heart to use excess pressure to pump blood, because still your body needs the blood. The organs in the body needs the blood. So it means when the blood vessels are clogged, it means that your heart needs to use extra energy to pump blood to all parts of the body. And that's why cholesterol is directly linked with hypertension. So people with high cholesterol are likely to get hypertension because the heart will have to increase its pressure to be able to meet the demands, because there is already restriction within the blood vessels. The cholesterol has covered some surface area of the blood vessel. So the heart needs to work extra to get blood throughout the body. So it causes your blood pressure to rise. Apart from that, it can cause what we call aneurysm. Aneurysm is...
What's that?
You remember when we used to sell chilled water in rubber, not the sachet one?
Yes, we used to pull and give it
You see, when you have that
pain,
when you have that water and it hits the floor, sometimes it doesn't burst.
Yes,
but it has some bump on it. Yeah, that's how aneurysm.
Sometimes you pull,
yes,
you pull it and get ears and all of those ears and eyes. Yeah,
that's how the aneurysm looks like. That place is very likely to burst.
Okay.
When it hits the floor and it doesn't burst, it causes that bump there, and it can easily burst. So when there's so much pressure hitting the blood vessels, the blood vessels too can behave in that way. So when it affects the carotid artery, that's the artery that sends blood to the brain, it can lead to hemorrhagic stroke. So when the blood vessels burst, it means that the blood wouldn't be able to get to the brain, and it can lead to stroke. And also sometimes the cholesterol is so high that it can block entirely the blood vessels. So blood wouldn't get to some parts of the body, either the brain, either the heart itself. The heart is a pump, but it also needs blood to survive. It pumps blood out, but it also needs blood to be able to survive. So if the blood vessel that supplies the heart is clogged, or there is not enough blood into the heart, it causes heart failure and all these heart conditions and all that. So cholesterol buildup can cause hypertension, it can cause stroke, it can cause heart attack, it can cause diabetes, it can cause neuropathic conditions like neuropathy, you feeling numbness and all that. So people complain of anasiachimi and all that.
Numbness, yes.
Yeah, those numbness and all that, it has to do with high cholesterol buildup in your body. Some people too may experience severe chest pain.
Okay.
So
which part of your chest?
Mostly the left side, because that's where the heart is. So when the heart, the blood vessels that supplies the heart gets choked, it means that the heart wouldn't be having enough oxygen, and it causes what we call angina. So the angina is just lack of blood supply to the heart. So in that, when it happens that way, it means that the heart will feel some form of pain. So you have that chest pain. Sometimes it can radiate to the right side. So if you are having any sort of chest pain, if you're having severe chest pains and all that, it could be related to higher cholesterol in your system. Yeah.
Scary issues. And so how do we manage it?
The good thing is, it can be managed. Yeah. So with the management, you need to look at the production. So as I said, the liver produces it. So if so much is built up in your body, you need to reduce the buildup. You need to reduce its production. Also, you need to reduce the consumption. There are certain foods that you eat that can build up the cholesterol.
Which foods?
The fatty foods, saturated fats, and all that. Yeah. So all those fat foods. And funny enough, we know those foods. It's not like we don't know.
We do.
We know those foods. The fried foods and all those things. It can lead to buildup of cholesterol in your system. But we like eating them because they are sweet.
It's nice. It's nice. Nice.
It's
Today
sweet.
we had a really nice.
So we like eating them, but the thing, what we need to do is, whilst you are eating it, you need to also exercise. You do things to counter it. So there are certain medications that prevents the buildup of the cholesterol, and Medmosis garlic capsules is one major product that helps. So Medmosis garlic capsules.
This is what it looks like, people.
Yeah, so basically we know that garlic helps with circulation. Garlic reduces the buildup of cholesterol in your blood system and all that. It helps prevent the buildup of cholesterol built by the liver. So the production of cholesterol by the liver is limited when you are taking any garlic as supplement. But one thing with Medmosis garlic capsule is, apart from it having garlic, it has cinnamon in there. So the combination of the garlic and the cinnamon makes it works faster. In medicine, we have something that we call synergy. Two things coming together to work better. So the cinnamon together with the garlic makes Medmosis garlic capsules one of the most so you don't build up so much gelatin in your system. You know, some of the capsules contain gelatin and all that, but for Medmosis garlic capsules, you take just 2 capsules a day and you are good to go. And you get all the benefits that
how many capsules are in there?
There are 30 capsules in there. So 2 capsules, that you take the 2 capsules when you are using it for management or when you have a condition, to treat the condition. But if you are taking it as an general wellness, you just take 1 capsule a day. So 1 bottle will last you for a mild parts of the body, and you need something to thin the blood. Medmosis garlic capsules can work in that way. So people complaining of numbness, it's a blood thinner. As you mentioned earlier, when cholesterol is built up in the body, it causes the blood to be thick. So when you take something to counter that effect, it thins the blood. So most of the conditions that could be related, the hypertensions, the numbness, the peripheral artery disease and all those things, when you take Medmosis garlic capsules, because of the circulatory properties in it, because it helps with the circulation, it reduces all those conditions. So people already on hypertensive medications still take the Medmosis garlic capsules so that the blood pressure will work very well. And the good thing is it's available in all pharmacy.
How much is it? Someone is asking on our screen. Yes. How much it cost? 30 capsules.
30 capsules, I think it's around 30 cedis. So it's between 30 35 cedis. Depending on, sometimes it's difficult to control the market price. But it's mostly between 30 to 35 cedis. When you go to any pharmacy, you go to any herbal licensed chemical, you get some. And anyone at all can take it, from children above the age of 12 years to your grandmother. Anyone at all can take it. You can take it as an immune booster. You can take it to for general well-being. And when you have a medical condition, too, you can take it, and it can relieve that. Yeah.
Thank you. You know what we do? We have Dr. Prince with us every Tuesday, and so make a day with us next week Tuesday, and he has lots of conditions to educate us from. Dr. Prince is from the Medi Moses Clinic and Prostate Center, and he's been telling us about what to do on cholesterol management. We're taking a break. When we come back, there's that exclusive with the majority leader with tea. We'll see you after this break.
Live from GBC Studio 1, this is the Breakfast Show.
Buying 20 disinfectant, buying stain remover, and so on. You were buying liquid soap, buying zone power bleach, and the keka humbe bray was a few hospitals, schools, canteens, warehouse, factories, and no beer. It was so use
0243 10 48 83 and now 0541 80 80 96.
I love President Charcoal. Why? When there are so many other charcoal toothpaste. That's both charcoal and lemon. Oh, does it? Yes. Look right here.
Yes. Pepsodent Charcoal has two of nature's powerful whitening ingredients. With the power of activated charcoal and lemon essence, it removes stains and whitens teeth naturally.
Convinced?
Well, I am. Just look at your beautiful Pepsodent smiles.
For naturally whiter teeth, Pepsodent Charcoal.
Pepsodent. Once upon a time, in the heart of Accra, a man in his fancy car sought directions. But the Ghanaian way.
Hello, bro. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Can you please show me where the Presby Church is? Oh, sure. Go straight. 10 left at the big mango tree with the broken branches with most of the mangoes falling. Right after that tree, there is a water cellar. If you reach, ask there. Anybody will show you.
When the Black Stars take to the field, every Ghanaian becomes a coach. Why Fatika want to be dribble? The coach must go. The sacred cue for our beloved Gobe. As we wait patiently, rehearsing the perfect vibe. And as we share these stories, let us also remember a plate of Lele rice, connecting our hearts through the flavors of our culture. Lele rice, free today. This advert is FDA approved.
This is the Breakfast Show.
Thanks for staying on and welcome back to GTV Breakfast. There are a significant number of issues dominating conversations in public circles, on social media and on traditional media. Today we are going to try and find some answers to some of the more pressing questions out there. We are coming to you from Job 600, specifically from the office of the Majority Leader and NP for the Good People of Efutu, the Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin. He will be sharing his thoughts on some of the topical stories going around, and we'll be trying to understand the state of free SHS, organized labor, and everything else in between. So, Honorable, thank you for making the time. You're welcome to GTV Breakfast.
Thank you for having me on the platform, and let me say a good morning to all your viewers, and then let me also say good morning and thank you to GTV. When we came onto the public space, we had the opportunity of using a platform to address national issues, and it's a privilege and very humbling to be part of your platform this morning as head of this assembly. Thank you very much.
And I believe congratulations are in order on your recent appointment to the board of the ECG as chairman. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're coming into it with a lot of enthusiasm and fresh ideas on how to improve things in the energy space, specifically with electricity supply. What are some of the ideas running through your mind?
Maybe it's too early.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm sure.
But the news has sunk in, so I'm sure there are one or two issues that you want to focus on to improve.
Well, generally speaking, I think Ghanaians would want reliable, uninterrupted power supply. To the concern about the costs of electricity. But when it comes to that, the other issue is the cost of maintaining some of these equipment, the obsolete equipment that are in use, and these affect the transmission of power, and there are a lot of transmission losses. We often hear that in reports from the Auditor General, from meetings that are held with ECG and all that. So my focus really, after being sworn in, would be to charge management to adopt modern technology to help them in solving some of the challenges, because today's world is ruled by technology, and energy transmission is done through technology. And once they have a full grip on that, and I know that the previous board did a lot of work in terms of the reforms, so mine is to add up to the reform and get it to be done much more aggressively, and then also to appeal to Ghanaians that all we have is our country. If we steal power, if we illegally connect to the who is paying, will be compelled to pay more. Because if at the end of the day the cost of production goes up, it will necessarily translate into an increase in tariff. But if all of us are paying and ECG becomes profitable, if that happens, then the company will be in a better position to reinvest in technology to better serve us. And then also there is that angle of the private sector relationship with the company. You know, ECG provides public service, but that's private business. If suppliers of ECG are not paid because the company is not able to mobilize revenue, is not able to collect revenue, what it means is that companies will be unwilling to invest in ECG, or will be unwilling to do business with ECG. Then the same problem would arise again, because when government wants to do electrification expansion, rural electrification, when ECG would want to do any expansion, it will rely on the private sector. But once the private sector takes a position that it is hard to get paid, or there are delayed payment at ECG, they will pull back. Right. Or even if they do, the costs would be up, because they would also have to go and take a facility from the bank.
You'd agree that ECG owes itself the responsibility of ensuring that it runs its own operations efficiently and cuts the losses in terms of the reports we are hearing, for example, about procurement of meters, which run into,
well, I'm unable to go there for now, but what I'm saying is that either way, it is a collective responsibility. One, on the side of ECG, putting in place measures. Two, on the side of we, the clients, who would also have to act patriotic by not submitting to illegal connection, by not tampering with our meters, okay, by not doing anything that would also affect its revenue mobilization. So yes, good corporate governance is very essential, and I like the level of transparency and accountability we have in our country today. Institutions are working. Institutions are able to unravel. Institutions are able to unearth without cover up and bring their report. You are getting a very vibrant parliament. These are the things that we need to assure ourselves that, look, there's a future for our democracy. So it is good that even the public are scrutinizing how ECG is managing its affairs vis-a-vis other state institutions. It is a way to go.
Right. Let's just go across the block to Parliament. Yesterday, interesting scenes and reactions from your colleague MPs on the floor with regards to this LI that has become so controversial, which sought to, among other things, give MPs, ministers, and judges special privileges when using the road by granting them the access to sirens and to go beyond certain speed limits, which caused controversy. Now, that bill has been withdrawn, but I've heard comments around the powers of Parliament when it comes to its ability to amend regulations. Does Parliament have that power to amend regulations that are brought before it?
Well, the constitutional provision under Article 11, which provide for subsidiary laws, that provision does not allow Parliament simpliciter to amend a regulation, but it has a power to amend, and that would require some 2/3 majority. Now, what is before Parliament, or let me put it right, what was before Parliament was not a bill, it was an LI, a subsidiary law. Now, unfortunately, sometimes we either trivialize the issues, or we as MPs, we don't come out to discuss our challenges. You see, we are a unit within the public space, rendering public service as part of the democracy we have all embraced. But it appears that the member of Parliament is unable to approach the public with the real challenges he is facing, with his mandate to explain to the people that this is what I am doing, for people to appreciate. And if the people don't know what you are doing, definitely they will have a serious problem with it.
Do you have an issue with the withdrawal of the bill, or do you support the provisions that it sought to amend?
You see, on the face of it, to be honest with you, I do not have a problem with it. On the face of it.
You don't have a problem with the sirens?
Yes, let me explain to you, my dear. You know, it is not to be used daily, going to wedding, going to church, and then you have a siren on. That was the impression that was created. But the law is there to allow for exceptional situation that will require an MP to have a certain level of right of way in the performance of his duties. Okay? It's not only MPs. Judges were also granted. But, you know, the media only picked out that of MPs and left out the judges. Same problem with Article 71. Article 71 covers a whole chain of public service officials who the Constitution has enacted a provision to allow them to be treated in a certain way. By the way, that enactment preceded Parliament and MPs. That enactment, which became the guiding document, we call it the 1992 Constitution, was adopted by us, which promulgation allowed us to now have an election. So it isn't that MPs even came into office and decided to enact Article 71. No, Article 71 was there ab initio. So how do MPs get mistreated? But that is there as one problem. Then this thing came. And you know, this is our game, is a perception-driven enterprise. Mm-hmm. So once the public outcry erupted, it was a wildfire. For me, what we should have done was to approach the public, engage the public, and explain. Let me give you my itinerary. I am a leader, so I have an access of a sort. I have a dispatch that I use. What of my chief whip? What of my deputy leader? When I was a deputy leader, times that my presence will be required in Parliament at a certain time, you have been invited to a program somewhere. And bear in mind that we don't have official residence within the precinct of parliament.
Is there no
let me finish the point.
Or arrangement with, for example, the police in special cases, as you said, to arrange escorts for you in
but
those
for how many
exceptional cases?
How many police do we have that you would have escort from the police?
It's because you said it was for emergency.
Yes, so that is why
cases.
That is why if the sirens were there in such circumstance, it will allow for that to be used. And I was explaining to you, a member of parliament may be in his constituency. An invitation given to go and do some business. You are at a committee's meeting, say Koforidua, and then your presence is required in the chamber. Or there's a real constituency emergency. So the provision was not there, as it were, for MPs to enjoy a luxury. That was not it. But be that as it may, the public outcry, erupted, and we said, look,
it's been withdrawn.
Let's withdraw. Again, let me clarify. It wasn't a government business. It wasn't the Minister of Transport who introduced that provision in the airline. Currently, we have a practice in Parliament we call pre-laying. So instead of an instrument being laid straight away by way of the minister responsible doing so, we say that before the laying,
that conversation,
that there should be a conversation with the committee, the subsidiary legislation committee.
That was done in this case?
Yes, and it was a proposal from the subsidiary legislation committee for the minister to amend before it is laid. And that was a consensus. You see,
will you be able to tell us where that proposal came from?
I'm saying from the subsidiary legislation committee.
I've read reports suggesting that your good friends on the other side of the divide may have been the ones who proposed this added amendment. Would you be able to confirm?
I don't want to be partisan. I don't want to go that partisan with him. I want to live the bar. I don't want to do a blame game, do politics with, it was a minority side. That I'm saying that Parliament as an institution acting through the committee said that, look, minister should amend. And this thing was amended before laying. But be that as it may, if we as a political class, we cannot reach out to the public to take certain actions.
What are the reactions?
I think that we should really not run away from difficult issues. Because if you are a father with your kids at home, especially teenage kids, challenges will come. They will bounce back because they are maturing, they are aging, they think in a different way. You would have to always go back, explain. If you run away from your responsibilities, they may think that you don't love them. And that is what I think is happening. So I see it as another wake-up call for us as a political class. Let's be bold and defend issues. We shouldn't chicken out because we feel that, the public is upset. Yes.
You see the public as chickening out?
The public can get upset. But if we explain to the public that this is the reason, I believe that the public is reasonable.
So here's one thing that the public has expressed concern about, that if an MP, if a minister needs to get somewhere, the idea is if this law, or if this LI was allowed to stay, we would have 275 MPs who may all be, in an emergency situation, as you've said, not staying in traffic, feel what the people feel, understand the stress of staying in traffic like we do, and then you can better appreciate the challenges that the people face.
They have a point there.
All right.
They have a point there.
So once that's in situation,
they have a point there, but equally, we should be able to also explain the challenges we face. And I think going forward, that is my call on my colleagues. I mean, that we should find time to explain issues
Is it
the
likely to
public.
come back after these broader consultations that have been suggested?
That I cannot tell for now.
Okay, so let's move on to the next item on my list. This week, organized labor has been very busy and has been on the neck of the SNIT board, asking for the board to be dissolved, asking for management to be restructured. And it's all about the sale of 60% shares in the 4 SNIT hotels. The idea is that the conversations that were had in the inner rooms and the concerns raised by organized labor were not listened to or were not heard by the parties from the government side. Now that this impasse has been reached and the strike called off, what's the next step for the government side with regards to how to make the SNIT hotels profitable?
Well, again, first of all, I think SNIT did the right thing. You may have a good intention, but prudence may require that sometime you pull back. Speaking as a private sector person, my focus is always on profit, that there must be a return on investment. So when I see that my business is not going the way it's going, I have to take steps to revive it, else the money invested will go down the drain. I think on this occasion, SNIT did badly in terms of communication. You see, in this interview, I've repeated myself by saying SNIT is the keeper of all our pension funds and has been entrusted by the Constitution, by an enactment of Parliament. Now, it also owes a duty to account to the public. And in accounting to the public, it must factor all the variables. I think on this occasion, they did a public tender. They advertised to the whole world. And in the said adverts, entities applied, including Rock City. Rock City came out as the best bidder, and they offered them. But what they forgot was that in all of these, the public also needed to be updated, which they failed. So at the time somebody pressed the trigger, the alarm bell, that hey, why are you doing this? Because the veil has been lifted and the owner of the entity, being a politically exposed person, becomes an issue. So equity on this occasion was not looking at substance, but was looking at form. Within the private space, people will say, look, let's look out for substance. But in the public space, it's not always about substance, but it's about the form. So the management of it became an issue. Well, the matter has been brought to a peaceful rest.
No, it hasn't. There's a 1 month ultimatum.
I'm making a point. Okay. I'm saying that the matter has been brought to a peaceful rest. Rock City withdrew from the tender, and SNIT says that it has also subsequently abrogated the transaction. There are consequential issues. These are matters of rights, so I wouldn't go there. Organized labor has every right to ask SNIT to be accountable. Organized labor has every right to make any demand on SNIT because they are the owners of that entity.
Do you think the NPRA was fair to organized labor when it made that initial request?
I don't want to. You see, I don't want
and
to.
then going ahead to.
I am saying that if you look at it with a business eye, when the figures are given you, the numbers are given, you would say go ahead. However, because we are in a perception-driven space, equity on this occasion was looking at form. not substance. Form being that who is the one buying it. So for us, it doesn't matter whether Rock City is the best bidder, the highest bidder or not. Once we think that the owner of Rock City is somebody in government, we say no. For me, I think that's
but
the
do you
position.
appreciate the concerns of those who feel that
I concede that in a perception-driven enterprise, all cuts must be considered. I do. But let me come to the substantive matter. How we manage our assets as Ghanaians. You know, today in this country, our youths who have graduated from unis are jobless. Everybody is looking for government job. A lot of the government established enterprises have collapsed. Quite a number of them are also not doing well. A lot of private sector entities are folded up because of certain challenges they face. I have seen some of these state-owned enterprises, including the Senate hotels. If you go to La Palm is not doing well. If you go to Bajaya,
the suggestion is, have we asked the hotels that are doing well what they are doing right? So
I'm coming to that. Because of the attitude of it's for government, it is not being managed the way it's supposed to be.
If it's an attitudinal problem, let's fix it.
Yes, by fixing it, you have your options. One option is to allow a private sector management.
GPPs are accepted practices,
of course,
everywhere. But
by also tendering, because you see, what people are forgetting is that when the pensioner is due for pension, he or she does not care. Me, I'm contributing to my pension. You are, as a state broadcaster. I am doing it as an MP. When I retire, when I'm due, I don't care. You wouldn't care whether your money has been mismanaged or managed. It's like those who lost money through this investment,
scams.
Not even the scams. Those who genuinely lost their monies in the banks that collapsed. They invested in
the collapsed banks and the DDEP.
Those firms.
Okay.
For them, it's not about how my money was used. I have a paper that says that I am to earn X amount. The time is due. I'm coming for it.
For me.
So, if we want SNIT to return our investment, we should also allow them the space to take decisions that would return investment.
So should the board stay and should management stay, or should they leave?
For me, they've done nothing wrong. They have shown through the books that they meant well. They wanted this option of allowing the private sector to manage their hotels to make it profitable. And they have documents to prove that, look, these are the levels of operation. And our intention is that if we give it out, these will be the profits margins. We will earn more money. And these monies benefit the ordinary Ghanaian. But Ghanaians are saying that no, we want more money. We don't want those assets to go bad, but we also don't like the person who is going to.
Or the perception of an attempt to capture state assets by persons.
I don't want to repeat that.
It's a perception.
Yes, I'm saying that I don't want to repeat that, but all that the public is saying is that we don't like the person that you are giving the thing to. So look for somebody else.
I pray that going forward, the Minister of Employment would, the engagement with organized labor will be very fruitful. And
you know what? I always say that politics without engagement will not be appreciated. Because if you are in public service, you cannot say "enfami." You cannot say that, oh, I don't care. On every step, you will be required to do something.
You said without engagement with the public, the politics will not work. Recently, at the unveiling of the vice presidential running mate of the
NPP.
The Honorable Energy Minister Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh made some comments others found unfavorable, and he has since come to apologize. The idea is now that his appointment has gone through, his appointment as running mate has gone through, the Menchia South seat becomes vacant, and the Honorable member has been replaced by the able Nana Ejay Bafwewa as the candidate, the parliamentary candidate for Menchia constituency. Does that mean we are going into a by-election 5 months to the general election?
No. He hasn't resigned as a member of parliament.
So he's still an MP.
He's only resigned as a parliamentary candidate.
And as energy minister?
Yes, please.
But he still remains MP for Menchia.
Yes. When former President John Mahama was nominated as a running mate to Professor Mills, he was a member of parliament. He remained in office. The same thing applied to President Akufo-Addo. But MPP so far has demonstrated inclusiveness and diversity. Since 1992, with the exception of 1996 elections, we've always maintained a north-south ticket. Today, NPP selected Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, a Mamprussi man, a Muslim acid flag bearer. Now, if you look at the political space, NPP and NDC, you can see clearly that NPP is a party of promise, a party of the future, a party that looks at the national character of our country.
Right.
And we make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to rise, no matter his tribe, no matter his religion.
The Nzima chiefs are demanding an in-person apology over the comments that Dr. Matthew Poku Prempeh made. Do you think it's something that he should do, considering he has apologized publicly, even though others have found, disagreements in his apology?
Like in this politics, you can't satisfy everybody. But the honorable thing he has done, which I think is feel that, look, the public has even misconstrued it, and you go all out to say, I'm sorry, it ends the matter.
Right. I want to pick your thoughts on the free SHS bill.
Well, government is consulting stakeholders, and it should be legal. An enactment is being brought to
give legal backing to the free
to the policy. Yes, obviously, when a government is introducing a legislation, it should strike you that obviously government intends to do something different and something anew. So when the bill comes, also there will be further opportunity for scrutiny by Parliament.
Has always come out to say they were not broadly consulted on certain matters. Are they actively engaged in this process?
That is a matter for the minister, but I'm sure, as I've been made to believe, there is every necessary step being taken, and I'm sure it will be fine.
So the budget, media budget review.
Obviously, government is not going to introduce new taxes. Government is going to reassure the ordinary Ghanaians that the social intervention policies that were introduced be enforced, they will be sustained, that free SHS would never be withdrawn, free SHS would remain to benefit the ordinary Ghanaian. Service providers are being paid more and more. People have confidence in our health delivery system and are patronizing the health insurance. Government is still committed to infrastructure, the roads, our assurance in the media review budget.
Should we expect an announcement?
In 2017, repealed some taxes that NDC had introduced and reviewed major introduction of taxes, the scale. We are better off in terms of what we came to do, the number of taxes under the NDC compared to what we are doing. And in fact, for the first time in the history of this country, 2018, household enjoyed, up to 18%. Industries enjoyed up to 30%.
But what
and it's a
happened
matter
right
of record.
after, and what has happened consistently since
So
then
what I'm
is that there have been marginal increases.
Yes, I
in the
agree. I
tariffs.
concede. But I'm saying that if you look at the marginal adjustments, the marginal increases, as compared to what we inherited, the situation would have been worse if we had not reduced the tariffs from where we came to meet it.
We're still feeling the pinch of the increases in fuel prices.
That I concede.
And the tariffs as well.
I'm not going to argue that because I also buy fuel. So I will be pretending if I say that everything is rosy. No. But I'm saying that because we are in competition, we in this election going to have an MPP NDC, and there will be a choice. My choice, your choice, our choice should be MPP, because the NDC has been in office before. They have not changed their leader. It is the same old President Mahama who is coming back with the same. MPP is always a better option than the NDC.
Honorable, thank you for making time to sit
Thank
with
you
us
so
this
much,
morning.
too.
We appreciate
Thank you for having
your
me.
company. The Honorable Alexander Afenyo Marking is the majority leader in Parliament and representative of the good people of Efutu constituency, and he's being our guest this morning. I must say that we will give same opportunities as GBC has committed to do to other parties who may have a say on our national discourse, and will be very, very glad to host all of you. Thank you for staying with us for this segment. It's still Breakfast Live on GTV. We'll be right back after this break.
Live from GBC.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere, for everyone.
Lakwaha, enti men missing opportunity to be the luckiest. Smile on your face. Still asking what luck means? At Luckiest, we believe it's more than just chance. It's joy waiting to happen. Let's go. Dial star 712 hash. Now pass tickets not as a group, individual, and as a community. Now participating in the Luckiest from the 1st of July 2024. Grand draw near 30th November 2024. Luck is everywhere with the Luckiest. The Luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform and is not for persons below 18 years. Terms and conditions apply.
Asafo Yehowa. Hallelujah. National President ni Executive Mpemfo da Aglo International no. Yeni Jason Cotton Safro Bibia. The Bible swimming swim month of perfection. Ghana Odiman Pa Bojumediase. And Pa Boy Yatudin subdue. A basso memneda 20th July 2024 or Blaster Square and Crime. And a panel on 7 a.m. prompt. Team Ghana, may God subdue under you those that rise up against you. Psalm 18 verse 39. Ghana, me eradim rewana was sorry tia wano ase. Amen. Mwafadie enyefita. Come and let's pray to God, for God is ready to hear our supplication. Onya, kaisa e bas.
Live from
Welcome back to studio. This is still Breakfast on GTV. We've just come back from speaking to the MP for Efutu, who is majority leader in his office in Parliament. We brought you that playback, and now we are back here to talk about at a time like this when things are tough and prices are high. How do we position ourselves so that we get more money? Some say work more, do more, and then be paid for your services or for the goods that you provide. But is that all it takes to get more money? Our financial literacy class is live today. And of course, our teacher, who is Rabbi Odame Ansah, is here to give us some tips on how to make more money. Rabbi, about the characteristics of money and what money does and what money represents. Money answers all sorts of questions. So how do we get more money? Is the simple question. How do we get more money?
Very simple question.
Very simple.
With a very simple answer. Because money flows in certain directions and it gravitates towards certain directions, what you need to do is to try as much as possible to position yourself in the areas where money flows. And then when money is flowing, it will flow towards you. I mean, all things being equal.
So we have to go to the bank and stand at the door.
It's not geographical.
Okay.
It's more mental.
Okay.
Than geographical.
Right.
You understand? Okay. So, it comes back to how to define money, and if it is defined very well, it will give us the idea of how to attract it, how not solving any problem. Would rather have to chase money, and you can't get money you have not made.
And I never understood why my mom would say she didn't have any money, because I thought being grown up meant you had money.
Yeah. T, you know what? I like calling you T. Calendar doesn't guarantee money.
But when moon die, money will come.
No, calendar doesn't guarantee money. The amount of calendar you've spent on earth, it's not the reason why you must be rich. So I've spent close to 56 calendars, 25 calendars on earth, and
they made more.
They are rich, So we don't grow to make money. You understand? We position ourselves. It's not a one-off something. So anyone who thinks that I can make money now,
overnight,
even when you win a lotto. If you win a lottery, you are not rich. You just made money. But you are not that money, because you don't know how to make that money. You only have that money in your hands. That's why people go to the bank, they give them loans, because they are not. They end up, running bankrupt. So having that money doesn't make you rich and doesn't make you wealthy. It is what you know that you can do with the money that will turn your fortunes around.
Having money doesn't make
money. So they have money. Are they rich? Those countries are not rich. You understand? Yes. So it is better to learn how to make them. An army commander. And I was telling him that anyone who keeps on sharing your money with others is a wicked person with other people.
If I myself, I have made the money,
and you share it with people, you are wicked.
So if I give my friend needs something, I'm going to church, small to
you are being wicked to the person, because everybody has riches. Show the person where his or her riches lie, and show the person how to get it, because if you have it, it means you know how to make it. He or she doesn't have it, it means he doesn't know. Person in ignorance, and the person will continue to be a slave. You will not learn. So tell the person, you have riches, you only don't know how to make it. So let me teach you rather how to make it, than sharing what you have with the person. And that's what I'm saying. All those countries we go to go and get money, they are just being wicked to us. They are not being kind to us.
Even though they are giving us the monies that we need for our pressing, needs.
The money they give us, we don't really need them. Any money you cannot make, you don't need. We don't really need those monies. Yes, we don't need them. So, if you really want to make money, and you want money to gravitate towards you continuously, the first point you have to check on earth is your mindset towards money. Any money you can make on earth, first is made in the mind. So people's minds must be educated, and we must work on the minds of people. Everybody, whether you have an employment or you don't have an employment, from school, we should start teaching people the mindset for money. People think to make money you have to pray. But I can bet you about 60% of Ghanaians would rather pray for money.
God answers all prayers is the belief. But it's also an answer. So he can answer the prayer with a no. And yes, it's also an answer.
Okay, fine. Then you got me there.
No, it's also an answer.
Yes. But you see, And that's why we pray from January to December and we get disappointed.
So the mindset is to let yourself think what kind of thoughts? Is this money-making thought you are saying?
That you can make a fair share of yours. Money is available for everybody and everybody can make a fair share of it.
So once we type that line in our minds,
yes,
how do we print it out? How does it become actualized?
We'll come there.
Yeah.
Poverty is a choice. It's another mindset that everybody must have. Nobody was created to be poor. So you choose to be poor. Now, when you have this mindset and you choose to be rich, it's a choice. So this mindset must be in every person, that I can make a fair share of my money. Now, the second thing you have to do is your attitude towards money, fiscal cash, your attitude towards it. Some people think that this is too small. When you tell people to go and change $1, $1 for what? Realize that even if you have $5, you have gone up. Pennywise, pound fool. So people's mentality and attitude towards money must change. That money is money. Another mindset you must have is that the bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the money you make. The smaller the problem you solve, the smaller the money you make. So what problem can you solve? And how big is the problem? So that you don't go to church to go and be praying for big money when the problem you are solving is small. This equation, it could be services or it could be goods. And most of soft drinks on the market, you take them and look at the ingredients, they're almost the same. They add a little sugar, they reduce a little sugar, they add some few things, but they are almost the same. You don't need to reinvent a new thing. There's nothing new under the sun. So look at what people are buying, people are patronizing.
Provide goods and services that people want.
People want, and they're already on the market. You see? Now, I always tell people that if you want to get sustainable money flowing to you, that it doesn't cut, then provide sustainable value. Another place where money can be found. Money is locked up big time in value. If you can provide value, money will not stop flowing to you. It doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter your color. It doesn't matter the passport you hold. There are people holding US passports. They are poor. And some of us are richer than them. So it has nothing to do with the passport you hold, the country you come from. They will come for you. Some people don't pay because it's cheap. Many people pay because it will be useful, it is important, and it can solve certain problems.
So it's the goods and services and the solutions, providing solutions to today's challenges that attract money.
That attracts money.
What about skills and, leveraging those skills or any assets that we feel we may have, any talents that we feel we may have to attract money? How can we do that?
Yes, money is locked up in skill and talent. I mean, people should get my 50 facts about money. These things are there. You understand? They are there, 50 facts about money. The 6 major areas money flows to in life. So if you want to attract money, there are 6 major areas money flows, and they can be found in the 50 facts about money. Okay. It's a book. It's not give you one.
You didn't give me one last time. You said next time. No. So where can people find it? I want to know what those six areas are. I'm sure maybe share 2 with us. Then the 4 will look for it in the book.
So like I said, money is locked up in value. Mm-hmm. Money is locked up in ideas, inspiration. Mm-hmm. Georgia, Armani. You buy them. Mm-hmm. You buy Gucci. Yeah. These are people's inspiration. These are people's idea. Money is hugely locked up over there. King Paluta,
music.
You understand? Mm-hmm. Ekoyi Mama. Money is locked up there. This is somebody's inspiration. You understand? Mm. And how many people do we have on this earth who can sing? Mm. People can sing. And money is locked up and they are praying for money. So you can have a lot. People are sitting on gold, but they don't know they are sitting on gold. And that's why when I give them my money, I'm wicked. I have to show you that you are sitting on gold. Mm. So lock it up, bring it out, unlock it.
Okay. I've heard people say that you can use a fish to catch a fish. So you can use money to make more money.
Yes. Money gives birth to money.
Okay.
Yes, so you suspend the consumption of the money, the gratification, the enjoyment of the money, and then invest. If you check the price of gold, gram, 24 karat gold, and people don't look at that area. Last year, 1 gram of gold, 24 karat, was less than 780 cedis, was less. I can't remember the figure. Today, the same gram of gold, 24 karat gold, today, 1 gram, is almost 1,300. So look at the difference. Almost 100%, 50, yes, almost, is it 50%?
It's getting to double the
amount.
price.
Yes, double the amount.
So almost 100%.
Almost 100%. And do you want to tell me the whole of last year you didn't get 800 Ghana cedis? You couldn't have saved 800 Ghana cedis?
So if you had made investments in gold, you would have made more profit.
100% now. So I want to tell people, looking into the camera, listen. One of the areas to make money is to look for what value, what appreciates in value over time, not what depreciates in value over time. And put your money there. Money makes money. Money gives birth to money. If you like, let's do it as a challenge. I'm buying gold, 1 gram, and see how much money in 5 years you would make. You understand? Is it a challenge? I want to throw that challenge.
I will take it up.
Yeah, yes, let's take it up.
So you're saying in a month, in 6 months, in a year, how much would... I think it's a challenge to all of us.
It's a challenge to all of us.
I'll take your final word, Rabbi.
Yeah.
We are talking of ways to attract more money.
Yeah.
So what will be your parting comment before we rise from this table today?
Everybody's money is in somebody's pocket, including the president. And if you want to attract money, learn how to attract people.
It's a good point to draw the curtain down on for this conversation. Rabbi Odame Ansah is our financial literacy class master. First, Rabbi, thank you. I'm sure we'll come...
My social media handle.
Your handles,
TikTok, TikTok. So if you want to follow the Rabbi and learn more, ask questions, go to TikTok, Rabbi Odame Ansah. Rabbi R-A-B-B-I, and then Odame Ansah, O-D-A-M-E-A-N-S-A. If you want to attract more money, learn to attract more people. Everybody's money is in somebody's pocket.
Everybody's money is in somebody's pocket. I'm sure my money is in somebody's master, a financial literacy class master. Hope you've learned some tips on how to attract money so that we all, he's thrown the challenge, that every 3 months, let's buy a gram of gold and then see how much money we make in a year. 24 karat gold. We should be able to do that. We'll throw the challenge out there to you so you can join as well. This has been our chat. We'll take a quick break. When we return, there's a light breakfast waiting to be served to you by Valerie. We'll be back.
Live from GBC Studio One, this is the Breakfast Show.
Picture with us as we foster a culture of curiosity and discovery, explore new holistic ways of approaching learning. Tune in to Engine, Africa's first science show for kids on GTV every Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Try it at home and see if you can trick someone that you have a bent pencil. In a more modern camera, the light hits the film which has chemicals in it that reacts to light.
A monkey, an elephant, a leopard. We can even use the sound of them. Yeah? Let's try with the monkeys first.
Engine is a compelling youth-centric program spanning the disciplines of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Engine is designed as a family show, so parents have an opportunity to join in and play a role in building the future and amplifying the voices of their words. Engine, promoting a culture of holistic learning and development.
To amplify your brand reach, when you advertise on our 7 TV channels
and 18 regional and district radio stations across the country,
please reach our sales department at sales@gbcghanaonline.com and telephone numbers 03.
For all customer care issues, reach us by email care@gbcghanaonline.com, and on telephone 030-3959-605 and 030-3959-606.
GBC, still the most authentic voice.
So much.
Ghanaian twins with the red hair, Lali X. Okay, so Lali X Lola, which one is Lali and who is Lola? Don't do this again.
I'm feeling wicked today. No, don't worry. I'm Lola, that's Lali.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with the red earrings.
Yeah, okay.
Lola, red, Lali, blue. Guys, this is how we make them out today.
Yes.
Greetings, welcome.
Hi, Valerie. You understood that assignment. Like, guys, please give it up for a beautiful Valerie.
Look, spending time with these twins is enough energy to last the whole day. So, after no delay, I've been steadily watching you two climbing the ladder.
Yes.
3TV, wow.
We're working really hard.
Listen, it's showing. Listen. And can I tell you, I loved you at the TGMS, your outfit. Thank you. So let's update everybody else.
Yeah.
After no delay, what have you two been up to?
So crazy. So we did our concert with a no delay because it came out with our EP from last year.
Yes.
We did our concert. It was massive. We're even going to do a concert this year as well. And then we
Fire
also
and
did
Flow.
Yes.
Fire and Flow.
Yeah. And then we did Tidal Rave. We've done Miss Malika. We've done Rooms on the Runway. We've done Beam Nation, Beam Concert. If we are rapaholic, guys. We're there somewhere. Yeah. All around. And we did get nominated for TGMA Unsung. So that's a plus.
Listen, they are doing all the talking. Listen, that's a win. Just getting nominated.
Yes.
So what's the spice? I know it has something to do with the radio, but what's the spice? Because you've been on all these concerts, performing, and like you guys are steadily rising. So what's the twin magic? What have you been doing?
Okay, so first let's give accolades to our management.
Yes.
Okay, so shout out to my dad in the background. He's
and shout out to Momsy as well. Because Momsy takes care of all the branding, the hair, everything. Like she like.
So we have to say,
and our brother, shout out to you, Rapid.
Hey,
yeah.
This is a producer. What's his name? Rapid. I want to know what's like when you guys are at the dinner table.
Then we're like, have you done this? Have you done this? Like, guys, it's crazy.
But then you get work done.
Exactly.
Okay, so tell me about Beam concert. Was that your first time, like getting on stage?
Okay. So we did BIM the year before. Okay. But this was the stadium, so it was even crazy. And we did live band with Master Ghazi's band. Shout out to Master Ghazi. And it was amazing. Like the crowd, oh my god.
First time performing in a stadium?
No, that wasn't the first time. When we released the first year, 2021, we actually performed at Freedom Concert. Shatta Wale's Freedom Concert at the stadium too.
So you already had that.
Okay,
so what's it like to perform? I mean, did you see Stonebwoy in action?
Oh,
did he talk to you?
Crazy.
But like we were there in spirit.
But we're there in spirit.
Okay, so who should I look at? Who's gonna speak? Who's gonna be the speaker? I'm gonna ask you about Dadija.
Okay.
Because a lot of people and artists have fallen out because of bad management. But here you are giving big ups to Dadija.
Yeah.
What's it like working with your dad as a manager?
Amazing.
Is he extra strict?
No. Okay.
Listen. One person to speak. One at a time.
Okay, Lola.
Okay, so he has two roles. He has the manager role and he has the father role. So he has to wear different hats.
Yeah.
So then for him, he understands how to when it comes to the work, how to put his manager cap on when it comes to being a father. Yeah. But then for us, we're not really hard to work with. Yeah. So So the way he's looking at me.
I know, Daddy just there. So if I was to, the thing that's on TikTok, Daddy once said,
every day do 5 minutes, then you can do something. Like every day take a small step. Yeah.
Daddy once said,
Have you done? Did you do it?
Did I tell you?
I told you this last year ago, but you told me 2 weeks ago. Please, I beg.
Peers relating with you.
I mean, it's been amazing. Like, we've met some of the top people in the game. We met Sarkodie, and we even went to his exhibition. So inspiring. And we've met Stonebwoy. He's given us advice on, like, he even messaged, like, when we message him, he always responds. Like, it's very, very good. We even saw him at the industry mixer, recently. He was like, oh, my G's. We're like, hey. Hi. And then we've, Ifya, she even posted us when, like, TGMA was up. Like, she posted our videos. Like, we've been getting support from the people in the industry, Adina, all those people. It's been amazing.
Okay. Yeah. And we liked it when you played live.
Yeah.
What was it like? Are you going to stick to that? Are you going to do that often?
I really like live performance. I like to hear my voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. I like that.
I sound good.
Okay, let's do it. Give us an acapella.
Hey, okay.
Get ready.
I be person begin as the journey begins. You can't take what's for me. You can't take what's for me. I be person begin as the journey begins. They can't take what's for you. They can't take what's for you.
Hey. How about you?
Okay, so then if someone is pay me my money.
Hey, I like that. Okay, so what's up with music as well?
Okay, so
what does the calendar look like?
Okay, so
I heard a little bit of the new one with Nation. Okay, so tell us about the singles, EPs.
Yeah. So every year we draft up, like in January we do like a schedule. Okay. So we have a release day, like we stick to it like religiously.
Yes, I know.
So that's going to ensure that
we have to stick to it. Even if it's incomplete, we'll still the deadline. It has to go.
Yes, that's it.
So then we released Hello. That was our first single of the year. Yeah. Then that was just us, and then a lot of people really liked it. Yeah. So we loved that, and then we did BML, Be My Lover. We featured a female. I think was that our first.
That was our first female feature.
Female feature, yeah.
What informed that decision? Why pick a female? You two are female. Why pick a female?
No, it wasn't. It was more about the gender. It was more vibe.
It was more vibes.
We both went for Afrofuture Rising Star, and then she was the winner. and then we were the runner-up. So then we're like,
it's very easy for us to just like link up and then.
Okay. But then boiling down to our project for this year, there's the Fire and Flow EP, which comes with the concert as well. Yeah. So then that's the live band is going to even hit them more, like you understand, with the dancing and everything. We're going to be giving you back-to-back bangers.
All the singles were leading up to the concert. So everything has been just leading up to like straight to the concert.
Okay. Fire and
Flow concert happening on the 31st of August.
Why Fire and Flow? Red.
Yeah, okay, so you see, you understand. I knew the people will understand.
Yeah.
Please. I like how she explains it.
So then the fire represents the passion, the energy that we put into the music and on stage. And then the flow is like when you hear that energy, then you start to flow. Flow.
Listen. We'll talk more on Fire and Flow, but we're going to be playing Hello.
Okay.
Because we want you guys, Hello. We want you guys to actually do it. So let me just step out of the scene. I'll be back. Hey, it's our favorite GH twin. So director.
Yeah, Ghanaian, it's in your blood.
It's in your blood.
You can dance.
Yeah.
You can book.
Look, the energy. Can you feel the energy? I'm getting up. Where is it happening?
Okay, behind Papaya.
Yeah, behind Papaya. Okay. Very easy to find.
Yeah.
And you guys have to be
Shield
there.
Lounge, you say?
Yes.
Shield Lounge, Fintex Road.
Yes.
Okay.
LaliXLola.com. That is www.lalixlola.com. Or you can dial on any network *714 *11 *18 #. So make sure you get your tickets, guys. The experience is going to be immense. You go jump.
Hey.
So, no, you are not using the watcher here. So who else are we going to be seeing? Are there artists who are going to be supporting you?
It's going to be.
Or it's just going to be you two.
It's mainly us.
It's mainly us.
We might get some surprises. You just come and see.
It's mainly us though.
Yes,
but then so we have some features on the EP.
Okay,
and so we might have those artists performing with us.
We might get some surprises, guys.
Yes.
We might get some surprises. So what do you two look out for before you pick somebody for a feature or collaboration?
Oh my God, it's mainly about if I hear we're done laying what we need to lay, and then we're like, oh my gosh, this person will suit this song so perfectly. So we just look out for the vibe of the song. And like because for us, it's more important about bringing our vibe with someone else's vibe, and then we create like a.
That's our vibe. Yeah.
So currently, you just
Tego sisters as well. Tego sisters as well, please.
Circular.
Circular. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So how do you ladies feel? It's just you. It's just you.
We don't like to put
the whole world in Ghana.
We don't like to put ourselves in a box because we even have like gospel songs. So we even go to churches to perform and stuff. Like we perform that
gospel song.
Yeah, Jenny Begins is a gospel song. I don't pray, I don't fast. You see, you're jumping so much.
We love music. Oh, give us a chorus, guys. Please, ladies.
No delay for where we do. Cause yeah, what don't they? So it's like, I don't pray, I don't fast. You don't take where they want, make I be somebody. I be person picking. Like it's